Moto Podcast, episode number 514. Light 'em up, boys! Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Coming to you from the salubrious confines of the Rathskeller on West 152nd Street in Cleveland, Ohio, the greatest location in the nation, on the beautiful shores of lovely Lake Erie. To my immediate left, we have
Dan Kropke.
And to Dan's immediate left,
Nick DeVitto.
Nick DeVitto!
The crowd goes wild.
He's back. He's back.
Limpy McShortsteps. Yeah. Woohoo! And to his immediate left.
Steve Sleepy.
And to his left.
Johnny Mac.
And to his left.
Speedy Pete.
And to his left.
Chris Smith.
And behind the bar.
Tom Pennington.
Yay! It's another ClevelandMoto podcast. It's so cool. We're so happy to have Nick DeVitto back in town. You're in town for a wedding?
Yeah.
Cool. Who's getting married?
A friend of ours. Yeah.
Very cool. So how long did it take you to get in town today?
It took about 10 hours to get here in total. We left Brooklyn at around 4 a.m. and arrived at around 4 p.m. actually, so a little bit longer than that. Yep.
That is vicious. Mm-hmm. Oh, what a hell of a commute, man.
Lots of stopping and going.
Yeah, lots of stopping and going. Mm-hmm. That's fine. So it was just two of you guys in the car?
And the cat.
Oh, and the cat.
That contributed a little bit to the stopping and
So
going.
you're going to leave the cat at home and you're going away. And so you're going to be in town for the whole weekend?
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. And where are they going to hold this wedding?
It's in Akron.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay, it's an Acorn. Mm-hmm. All right. Absolutely. Well, that's super fun.
The Rex Humbard Cathedral of tomorrow.
What night
Power
is the
Tower.
What night is the wedding? It's
Yeah.
Saturday.
Okay.
You going to show up?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
All right.
There you go. That's a good idea.
They made a movie about the last time he went to a bunch of weddings.
What kind of buffet are we talking?
We'll see.
Good?
Unknown.
Oh, unknown. All right.
There's so many plus ones that
Yet
they
to
need
be
extras.
determined. At the shop, we have had the weirdest retail happening outside, where every person that comes into the shop is like, yeah, I really want to buy that cool bike, but have you seen the price of groceries lately? And that is everybody. It is a whole different world out there. We are no longer shooting fish in the barrel like we were during COVID times and everything. Now we have got to, as Mr. Swearingen said on that amazing documentary Deadwood, can't we just hit the hoople heads in the head and take their money? Because I got guys that are in my shop for 2 to 3 hours per visit, and they're on their third visit. But over the course of the interview, they're also telling me, oh, well, I don't know. I've got this boat coming in from Finland that's going to be $400,000. And you're breaking my dick on a $6,000 Vespa? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, yeah, but this boat's coming in from Finland and the tariff's going to kill me. You're buying a $400,000 boat, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That
Right?
alone would kill me.
Yeah. I don't even want to hear about how you're taking your time and refusing to give us money on your fucking scooter.
I don't want to hear about the groceries either because you got to eat or you got to ride. I'm going to choose riding.
Right, every single time.
I'll eat
Absolutely.
macaroni and cheese or
mean,
something.
Tell him to call you back when his ship comes in.
When the ship
Exactly.
comes in. Yeah, that's straight up. That is so true.
Laying one in there.
Laying one in there. So this weekend, I'm going to be down at AMA, but not for Vintage Days. I'm going to be at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right? And so this is Moto America. And this is a Superbike weekend. It turns out I was scheduled to have the Gucci trailer at my shop this weekend. And about 5 days ago, they gave me a call and they said, hey, Phil, we need all hands on deck down at the Aprilia booth to help us with all the demo rides and stuff for the Aprilias and the brand new Moto Guzzi's. And I said, okay, that's cool. That's great. When is it going to be? Oh, well, it's going to be August 15th and 17th. Sorry, man, I can't help you out. Why? Well, because I'm going to have the Moto Guzzi trailer up at Cleveland Moto. And they went, about that. And I said, well, what do you mean about that?
That's item 2.
And they said, no. And I said, this was a contract. This is part of my dealer package. This was something we agreed upon 4 months ago. I'm going to have people working there. We ordered food. We got all kinds of promotions that we've done, the whole thing. Dude, we're going to be doing demo rides with the Guzzi trailer
We got like 3 taco trucks showing up.
at my shop.
Exactly.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we just forgot about that. Fuck you. So now I'm going to be down there for no shit Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all day long in that really better environment, in my opinion. Like, big asphalt parking lot in the direct sunlight. Something like 85, maybe 90 degrees every day. No wind coming through whatsoever, probably. But that's where I'll be. So if you're listening to this or watching this on the YouTubes, then by all means, if you want to come down and lead some rides, have you ever led demo rides before? No? You're just the guy. Come on down. Would you like to ride the brand new Aprilias? All of them? Yeah. Well, you should come down.
You kind of got me on that.
You could ride all of them. All the new Moto Guzzi's, you could ride all of them.
Do they have a brand new Torino?
Hey,
They have brand new everything.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
Sleepy.
factory.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
It would be just like having one again, except for you don't have to pay for the maintenance.
Right.
Yes.
No valves.
No valves to
in the
adjust. Nothing, man. It's just go out and have fun with a bunch of people that are behind you. So what? You're in charge. So you can be in charge and you can work. I'll work the booth. I don't want to go out on demo rides. That's not what I'm here for. Sleepy, can you throw this up for us?
Yeah.
Yep. So this is August 15th through 17th at Mid-Ohio. Get down there. Lexington, Ohio, you've been there. You know the place. It's really fun. It's going to be some super fun, super fast racing all weekend long. Yay.
Is there going to be a
So
FEMA
good.
camp?
Nope, no FEMA camp, no nothing. I'm actually going to show up every single morning, do my job all day long, and then drive home 2 hours at the end of every day because I need the leads. I got to work.
I was gonna say, look at that bucolic picture of Mid-Ohio. You got like the trees are in full
Yeah.
color.
Yeah,
The grass is green.
Yeah, that picture was
No.
taken one recovery cycle after Mid-Ohio swap meet.
Exactly.
So all us Vintage Day heads might find this next statement by the AMA kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I was kind of looking through it because I definitely plan on going for one
Right.
day,
Oh, yeah.
And it was looking, okay, what kind of a pit bike can I take? They are enforcing you have to have a plate.
Yes.
It cannot be just a regular old dirt bike, pit bike, and it has to have street tires.
Also true.
What kind of
Yeah.
plate? Like a pie plate or a?
No, yeah, no, a plate.
A platey
Because
plate
it
plate.
is not Mid-Ohio. Now it's back to, or I mean, it's not Vintage Days. Now it's back to Mid-Ohio.
Now it's back to Mid-Ohio
We are
Sports Car
actually
Course.
a respectable race
Right.
organization.
All the animals are back in their cages.
That's right. That's right. Oh, what you got there? Oh, you got a PW50. Just going to rip it around the weekend. Got a plate? Yeah. Yeah, you got a license plate on the back of that thing? Otherwise, you ain't ripping it around.
Now, see, I was
Yeah.
thinking I could hang a plate on the CT from
Of course
one of
you
my
could.
other bikes.
Of course you
That's
could.
totally a
Yeah, I'm going to throw something in the back of the truck just so I had some wheels on it down there. It'll
Yeah.
have a plate on it, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a
Yeah.
jerk. But yeah. But I'm not taking any of my bikes down because this is all sponsored by Aprilia Moto Guzzi. So this is all, company working company. So I got to dress up fancy. Scott's Moto Adventure says, what? They didn't want to pay the dead behind the eyes influencers to lead the rides? Yeah, probably not, right? So if you're in touch with marketing lately, seems to be that Piaggio's just taken a real shine to employing, best thing I can say is like 16-year-old Bratislavian underfed people to stand next to their motorcycles and their scooters in ill-fitting clothes and then just gaze off into the world at the lives of their ancestors or something. There has not been a person smiling in a Piaggio Group Americas ad in a very long time. And it's always like emaciated ladies and men, or boys and girls. They showed a picture of the new Moto Guzzi V7 Sport, which is a fucking cool motorcycle. And the fucking piece of the model that was sitting on it, the influencer that was sitting on it, is a guy that if showed up in front of my restaurant, my bar, my house on that motorcycle, it would force me to never buy that motorcycle. Because how did Heroin Harry end up with one? I don't want anything to do with that. The guy on the motorcycle is supposed to be Steve McQueen or Ewan McGregor or something on the way between the two. Not a 20-year-old fucking waif who, one, if you took the bike off the side stand, would break his fucking leg, right?
I call those coat hangers.
They're the coat hangers,
They're
yeah.
just like a coat hanger with a T-shirt on it.
And like their clothing they're pimping is like, this pair of jeans is $640 and it comes pre-distressed. And it's in a color none of us would ever wear.
Well, that was obviously a challenge to the snack.
Well,
snack.
well, keep in mind too, this is the same manufacturer that decided, you know what we should do? We should let Justin Bieber design a bike.
Also true.
And
Yeah,
the best thing
mistakes
everybody
have been
has done
made.
with them across the United States of America is take the $1,000 gimme
Yeah.
and rip all that shit off of it.
Please. Oh, my fucking God. Yeah, I love the way that one time we were talking to somebody from Piaggio, and they're like, well, that'd be great. We'd be happy to get you those, but you also have to take a couple of snakes. No. No. Check your watch. We're in a recession. We're going to take whatever the fuck we want to take, and you'll be thrilled when we sell it. And this is not the time to swing your big dick around and try to tell us the way we got to act, because dealerships are closing left, right, and, center. They
Well, I mean,
really are.
Is it ever a time for them to swing their big dick around?
Believe me, yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
first of all, Piaget's got a big dick. Second of all,
Yeah.
didn't somebody just bring 13 back from Cincinnati from a dealer that went away?
Yeah, well, this is my point.
Yeah, this is not the time.
Right. This isn't the time to be all, like, super proud of your bad self. It's not good. This is not the
We
best
all
time.
vaguely remember 1981.
Well, we all remember 2009.
Yeah, true.
Right. And so if you're in the motorcycle industry and I tell you, hey, guess what? We're looking at all the numbers. Every number that I'm looking at right now is the exact same numbers I saw before the economy collapsed. And if that ain't the harbinger of doom, then you ain't fucking paying attention. That's all it comes down to. I'm sad for all of us because it's going to get weird. Would anybody see that Honda Super Magna that was listed recently for sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a running bike. A running bike with a title.
Running-ish.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And how much was it?
1,500.
$1,500 for a Super Magna with a title. Yeah. Yep. And that is where things are right now. And that's what people should kind of be aware of is this is not the time to think, oh, that bike in my garage is worth some money, right? Because it's not. This is a buyer's market
No,
right
it
now,
ain't.
folks. Yeah, it's a
Oh, no,
buyer's market.
the best offer I had on that V-Strom was a chainsaw.
Right.
And the sad truth is, I almost took
I was
it.
just saying, I hope you took it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need a chainsaw, but I also don't need. It's also smaller than that box.
It is smaller than the box that the bike's currently in right now. Sleepy, can you throw this up?
Yes.
Hey, guys. So you're considering making a $7,000 Vespa purchase.
I'm sold.
How do you feel about that? Has that sold you? Has that guy wearing a $600 Vespa jacket and the other girl wearing the $600 Vespa zip-up trainer?
When you're at the bar and the couple at the other end give you that look, do you
know
want to
what?
buy a bike?
No, it made me want a coffee though.
I know.
What about this?
Oh,
How
cappuccino.
do these guys feel? Do you know that it's illegal for anybody to smile in a Vespa ad? Yeah.
That
Look at
poor
that.
girl, she's gonna have sunburn in like 2 seconds.
She is chalk.
Yeah.
She is fucking chalk. Yeah.
There's something about a pallid princess, though.
That is a pallid princess if ever there was one. Yeah, I gotta say, like, hey, marketing department, in case you're not
What's
paying
the
attention.
face mask? Is it smelly? Like what's
So
going on?
this is a person who's pretending to paint a motorcycle with an air sprayer. Right. So they're attempting or pretending to paint a motorcycle, a scooter, with a device that doesn't make paint go anywhere. Yeah.
And I don't see any masking tape. I don't see any removed
really-
components.
No, they're painting right over the trim.
It's the new laser paint. It only goes exactly where you put it.
Right. Exactly.
Do we even get that color?
That's the Officina Octo. So that's the new one that will be arriving in our stores shortly.
Okay.
But that's the absolute new
Wait, there's
hotness.
people having fun.
Yeah, there's a picture here. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, what you can't see.
They're smiling.
Look at them. They're smiling. They're having a great time.
Are they on a-
Illegal.
are they on a
That's
snick?
great. Look at that camera angle, by the way.
You can't see the
I like
bike
the
at
scooter.
all.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, they haven't.
I love the bad embroidery in the back of the jacket that says "No maps, just ride."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right.
Cool. Yeah,
That's
we don't,
cool.
We don't know where we're at. We're having fun.
We're having a great time.
So you know how you just rattled off that color like it was no big deal?
Yeah.
Okay. When I first started building bikes for you, you'd be like, "Hey, go get the blah, 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 plum blah, 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 bike," and I'd be like, "Ugh."
Whatever,
And
man.
I'd look at Renee, and Renee'd be like, "The purpley one." I'd
It's
be
the
like, "Oh,
purple.
okay."
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, what color is that?
Yeah.
Daring plum.
I mean,
Nothing makes you want to buy Vespas like this picture.
I think I told John the other day.
Another
Told John the other day the Verde Relax, and he's like, "The what now?" I said, "The Seafoam."
Oh man, look at that! I definitely want a scooter now.
Yeah, right?
Is that a different planet?
That is a different planet. I promise you, this is not the way to get people into my
Wait,
store.
it was the snack.
It's a snack.
I saw it.
That's a snack.
Oh,
Do you want to know what happens to Justin Bieber's when they die?
become snacks.
They become that bike right there. That is what they've been doing to Justin Bieber's. Is they've
the
been
cartooning.
they've been handing them to people to do different sort of ideas and concepts.
That's
with
actually
them.
kind of badass.
It's fucking badass.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The cartooning. So that's what they're doing with the leftover Biebers.
Okay, that's way better.
Oh, it's so much
Well,
better.
that would have made better first.
I bet you if they were smart, they'd throw out some Taylor Swifts.
Yeah.
And they'd go pretty friggin' fast, I'm sure.
Yeah, I heard they're looking for a house here in the Cleveland area.
Piaggio USA doesn't have that kind
That's
of money.
pretty cool.
Hey, here's a relevant question.
Fire away!
My wife has the mint green Vespa. What's the Vespa name?
So if it's the new mint green Vespa, that is called, if it's more than 3 years old, it's called Verde Relax. If it's less than 3 years old, it's called Verde Amiable, or Amiable Green. So instead of Relax Green, it's called Vespa Amiable. Yeah, so that's amiable green.
I heard
Yeah.
you say it 3 times, and I could not repeat it back to
It's
you.
okay.
Amiable.
Amiable. Yes, it is. That is the color. Yeah, the Vespa colors do have a lot of Italian rubbed on them, which is good. They're supposed to. That's
Yeah, I
part of the
hope so.
Italian thing. I'm not mad at them for that.
Now,
That's
now,
cool.
to be fair, drink.
Oh my god.
'cause I had to say
that
it.
hit early. Yeah. Okay. All right.
General Motors in the early 90s had, I think it was Sunset Antelope Mist.
See, there you go. Yeah.
And I think that was actually the real name of the car.
That was the real name of the color. That wasn't just made
And
up.
it was like a Savannah orangish, if
Ah,
I remember.
okay.
It's been, like I said, it's been 30 years. But I think it was Sunset Antelope Mist.
Hello, man.
If you missed, take another shot.
Mist. Yes. Okay. So this is just. I was just going through some of our messages from our Patreons, and
Hate mail.
yeah. So some people get it fast, some people get it slow, some people don't ever show up whatsoever. But one of the funny ones was saying, "Hey, Phil and crew, I want to say thank you for the entertainment, the education, and for speaking up. This is about we were talking about machine guns. Remember we were talking about shooting Harleys."
Oh, yeah.
And they said, "You dropped the Guns and Bikes video." And I read the comments. You guys took some heat. And you spoke out against the anti-DEI craze.
Yeah.
And for hating people for just being different. Which I don't say is being different. It's just being you.
Yeah, right.
It's not being different.
Well, I mean, Americanism is rugged individualism. It
It's
is
the whole
literally
idea.
individualism. If
Correct.
you're one of these jagoffs that are running around in fucking the uniform,
Exactly.
shooting
Right?
at your bike, you're just
Right.
a fucking idiot. You're not being an individual.
And plus, what did the motorcycle do to you?
Well, exactly.
It hurt his
You know?
feelings.
Right. So he says, you have business to watch out for. However, you also have a platform to speak from with the podcast. You guys take that risk, and it speaks volumes about all of you. Josh from Lebanon. Hey, Josh, thank you very much, man. I
Yes.
really appreciate that because that's exactly the kind of stuff that when we're doing the podcast, we do understand that we have a little bit of a forum here, that we have the ability to reach out to people who ride motorcycles or maybe not. Some people listen to this podcast don't actually own motorcycles. That's fucking weird, but that's
Those
cool.
idiots.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, you know, I do believe that our particular thing that we do here is we are not trying to be the cookie cutter motorcycle person. And I don't think anybody sitting at this table is a cookie cutter motorcycle person.
I think most people aren't. They have to fake it to be just feel
That's-
like they're fitting in.
I constantly feel undervalued because I don't
Chris
have...
says he's the cookie cutter motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure you are. Great. Let me see your cut, Chris. Yeah. Let me see your cut. Let me see your vest.
I'm a motorcycle mechanic without tattoos, and I don't do heroin.
Exactly. Right. And that is this thing is like, yeah, I own 5 or 6 Harley Davidsons, but I'm not going to make it my identity. Like, I'm not Phil the Harley guy. I'm not Harley Phil. We have a lot of people that come into our shops,
Oh, yeah.
and that's how they present themselves.
Hey, Harley Bob shows up all the
Harley
time.
Bob is
And
now
he
on a
freaking
tax.
owns it.
That's not his fault. He got called Harley Bob. He
Harley
still is
Bob, if you're
confused.
listening, Piper's still working on your bracelet.
Yes.
Hey, cool. The but when
Granted, I would have called him Cocaine Bob, but he apparently...
hey,
that was the 80s.
whatever gets your job done, right?
I love that dude, man.
Me too.
Oh, he's great.
Come on.
Absolutely. I really, really enjoy him being around. I think that he brings a lot to our group. Because
Absolutely.
he's also in that whole mentality of being like misfit motorcycle people.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, we love that guy. That guy's clearly one of us. And what makes him one of us? Oh, he's fucking cool is what he
yeah.
is. He's just fucking cool to hang out with.
Well, he just doesn't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
that's
just
the-
Bob, and that's what's so good about
that
him.
might be the first thing on the resume.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to give a shit. At this point in his life, he has done everything he's going to do, and he's happy as hell. He lives, 6 months out of the year in Mexico on the beach.
Yeah, I
But
love that shit.
my favorite part is like we both enjoy the lettuce.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
me and Bob are
The electric
hanging out
lettuce.
for quite some time, and we might have gone through quite a bit. And as you get deeper into it, his Boston accent gets stronger
It
and
does.
stronger.
But it's adorable.
And it's fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And it makes me
Rhode
so
Island
happy.
accent.
I get so happy when he gets to that state. Because then I'm like, I feel like I'm in a movie. Like, you know, like The Departed or something. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, at,
The usual
at,
suspects.
at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride when he showed up wearing that green and leather suit.
Yes.
Oh,
And then I
yeah.
turned
So
around.
fucking
I turned
cool.
around, and Sean and Robbie Love were wearing their like '70s detective outfits, and I was like, "Holy shit! It's an '80s detective movie."
But dude, Bob told me he didn't try. That was just a suit.
That's just what he has, man.
He's got.
That's
The
just
last
what
time-
he had.
Last time he needed a suit was 1992.
I love that shit. And it is funny because to a lot of other motorcycle cultures, to a lot of other motorcycle groups, a lot of other motorcycle families, they say these are the rules to the family. These are the rules to the club. These are the rules to the organization. And if you want to participate in this organization, you want to participate in this group, you want to hang with us, there's a list of 7 or 18 things you need to do prior to us welcoming you. And we are the fucking backwards opposite of that, to the point where it's like, if we hand you an application to be a ClevelandMoto participant, you'll know we are fucking with you.
Yes.
Because the only thing we expect you to do is to wipe your nose on it and pass it back, right?
And bring water and ice.
And bring water and ice. That is true. We do have certain standards. But I do absolutely love that about our very casual, very laid-back group of people that are constantly doing fun motorcycle shit. Because you're less wrapped up in, do I have the right bike? Do I have the right handlebars? Do I have the right windshield? Do I have the right exhaust?
Well, wasn't that the takeaway from that movie, the Bike Riders movie? Was this would be great if it wasn't for all the fucking rules?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
on top
absolutely.
of that, you know what's interesting?
For being anti-establishment and anti-authority, you guys
yeah.
have created a whole lot of authority, right?
But what's interesting too is like when you come around the tent. And
Yes.
this is used in Mid-Ohio, but this
Yeah.
happens also other places. You'll notice that just organically, everybody's still talking about motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like it'll be all these different people, and because people are all different, like you know, like we've heard the same stories a million times because we do all the same kind of riding.
Right.
But like somebody like Wendy who like rides like 11 billion miles
Oh,
in like a
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's a whole new thing. Like now that's really interesting for me to hear about and stuff. So that's like that diversity of everybody coming in gives like this whole new, I don't know, just
Well,
stories and vibes, and it's cool, man.
That's why it was nice that everybody was showing up, and you know, just in different areas and different expertise. I mean, it's kind of what we do here. Is we have somebody that's got an expertise that's a little bit overlapped, but not the exact same thing. And being in the tent, and you know, hey, here's a sandwich, here's a beer, here's a tiki drink. Go talk motorcycles or scooters or whatever, and you've got everybody. Because you're right, Wendy's there, and Liza's there, and New Nick is there. Oh, sorry, old Nick.
Nick is there.
And you know, Lizzie's there, and
Right.
Lizzie's freaking out because she's finally getting gluten-free beer and food, and she's like, "What the shit just happened?"
Right.
But everybody's got that thing, and Pete's there with his gyro and the tiki drinks, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, you don't want the same person talking about their, you know, hey, what kind of chrome did you buy this week?
Yeah, absolutely. And that to me is just where the motorcycling culture,
And Matt.
right? Exactly. The motorcycling culture, ultimately, it is very easy to slide into one of these groups where you're like, oh, look, I have a family for the first time in my life. I have a group of people I can hang out with. Unfortunately, they're going to establish some rules in order for them to accept me. And keep in mind, if that's all you have, if that's where you are living, if that's the group that's around you, keep looking. Find the motorcycle co-op near you. Hang around a couple of different shops. Do not believe that the only way to get into riding motorcycles or to get into that motorcycle family or culture is that you need to dress a certain way, buy a certain bike, and commit a certain crime. That is not what we have found. And I'm not a young person, and a lot of people sitting at this table have been through all kinds of different motorcycle adventures. You can do it. You can do it your entire goddamn life. You can have a great time and never say, oh, here's my club patch, and if you act a certain way when I come into the bar, it's going to be an issue. Or if you pass me on the freeway, it's going to be an issue. And that's one of the things that I've seen happening so much in the past 2 years is this idea of like YouTube's quite like, what do you do when you approach a group ride?
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, if it's a club ride, you're not allowed to do the following. These cocksuckers are going 51.
Yep.
I'm going to pass them. They've made the decision to be traveling at the speed they're traveling at. I do not wish to pass them. There are things I can be frightened of. you know, the trucker on meth and 21 hours of work and 4 hours of sleep. That guy's very scary, man.
Tweaker on blackjacks, yeah.
Whatever. Those things are scary, and I want to get past them as fast as possible too, right? If I see a road train or 3 trucks right in a row, I might want to get past them in a hurry as well. If I see 16 fucking minivans on their way to Disney, right? And the children are crawling all over the drivers and 2 or 3 dogs in each car, I want to get past them too.
But here's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, if they just let you go, like if I was gonna pass them,
yeah.
It's like, you know what? I'm like, I don't want to fuck with you guys. Like,
I don't wanna fuck with
I
you
don't
guys.
know. Like, okay, you win, you're tougher, you're cooler, so I'm just gonna skedaddle around. And to me, that seems like the sensible thing that they would feel like, yeah, you'll get the fuck away.
Right.
But instead, they want to fuck. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
I
you're
don't
almost
get it.
showing them respect by saying like, hey, I'm just getting the fuck out your way. Let me just go.
If you work 60 hours in construction, you have 72 months of payments to make on a fat bob. You want all the respect you can possibly get because you're certainly not going to get it at home.
Well, and that's that idea is you have to have that joiner mentality where you're going to be like, okay, I found structure, I found my life, I found my dream, I found whatever I'm into. And it does bother me because we've had some people come into the shop that said, hey, man, I would really love to get one of these bikes. I'd love to get a Motorini. I'd love to get Moto Guzzi. I'd love to get that sweet-ass Honda you got parked over there right now. The problem is my dad's in a club, and I can't. Wow. Holy shit.
If I'm going to get into this kind of strict bullshit, I'm getting back into leather.
Fuck that.
I don't
There
need this
can't
shit
be
in my
that many
life.
rules. There cannot be that many
You
rules.
can always find a new dad,
Exactly.
but if that's the bike that
Or
you
daddy.
want, then go for it.
Yeah, you don't have to stick with it. There's better shit going on out there. There really is. So I want you guys to be aware that just so you know, there's a lot of cool shit happening. You don't have to be part of something that's not, that's not making you happy. And we kind of see that. There's been more and more club activity in Cleveland, and we just want you to know that don't feel like you're locked into something. Do fun, weird shit. Be cool, right? These people that are sitting around this table here, we've all owned big, giant, scary motorcycles. We also ride little, tiny, adorable 125s and 135s, right? And we have just as much as fun on one as we do the other, including Pete has infected Chris with the disease of riding a tiny bike really stupid far miles, right? Using the wrong tool for the job is the most hardcore thing in the world. You can tell me about like, oh, well, I finally built my club bike and it's exactly what I want my club bike to be that says that I'm a part of the organization. But Chris and Pete rode across America on 12-inch wheels. So that's cool. Right?
Scott Motor Adventures there just mentioned something about he's the youngest member of his BMW club, and he ends up riding by himself a lot. And I think that's one thing I sort of figured out is, I helped a number of friends in succession get on motorcycles, and they promptly just, with the idea of like, hey, cool, I'll help you get a bike. We'll go riding together. Yeah. And they fucked off, and they never rode with me. And it was like, you know what? You just sort of learn that if you want to ride, you get up, you get on your bike, and go for a ride. Yep. And if somehow you run into other people or whatever, that's great. I mean, sometimes we have our things. We do the Distinguished Gentlemen or Mods versus Rockers or something like that. But the vast majority of the time, you just have to be willing, like it's kind of a solo thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For a lot of people.
Yeah. And that is a solo thing. I've only been a member of a few different clubs in my life. When I was a police officer, I joined the Blue Knights. And I joined the Blue Knights as a police officer because I thought, well, that seems like a really good idea. A group of guys that are all police officers. They all kind of understand what the job is like. And the Blue Knights seemed to be the good spot to be. I was the only guy who showed up that didn't have a Goldwing. And I'm not joking when I tell you, I was literally the only guy that showed up that didn't have a Goldwing. Everybody else was on some iteration of a Goldwing. And I was on a CB750K, right? And they were like, well, there's no replacement for displacement. A dude used that phrase on me when he was riding a 1,000cc Goldwing from the last century, okay? And I was like, that is a pretty low fucking bar. Your 71 horsepower or whatever that is. That is a very, very low bar. And then because I realized as a young police officer, I didn't have much in common with those older police officers that were wearing the Blue Knights patch on their jacket. So there was a group called Warthogs, and the Warthogs were groups of law enforcement officers that were younger. But the problem was the Warthogs all wanted to be an outlaw biker 1% club. Well, you can't be a cop and be a 1%er. You shouldn't be a cop and be a 1%er, I guess, is what I should have said. So I tried that on, and I was like, you guys are all just your wannabe pagans, like your wannabe Hell's Angels. And then at the ultimate end of it, you punctuate every sentence with, and I have a badge, right? So no matter what we're going to do, the one thing we all have in common is everybody here has tinned up and everybody here has a gun, right? And that is the answer to a lot of poorly conducted conversations.
Those the guys that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
One of my really good friends from back in the day, that was like the most out there dude I knew. You know, like just kind of crazy, really. Kind of became a cop and then joined the Warthogs, and he went down a path like basically exactly what you're saying. Like he's not even the same person, man.
Yeah, it's different.
It's like watching Sons of Anarchy with a fucking badge on. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
And it is a different vibe. And it wasn't for me. It wasn't that thing. That wasn't like I didn't want to go to Quaker Steak and Lube or some sort of an event and hang out in groups of guys that were patched up together and play this game about, well, are you going to pledge? Are you going to apprentice? Like, what? Come on, man. Are you kidding me? I'm an adult, a sergeant in the fucking army. I'm not going to play your silly games, right? I don't want to go through ritual hazing so I can ride a motorcycle I don't like.
I mean, historically, the phrase is never be a member of a club that'll have you.
Well, so true. I rode up on a group of Harley guys on my Janus. This is John Stradog 1. Seriously, they were putting along, and I was on my 250. Yeah, if you roll up on a group of guys on your Janus, they're going too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going too fucking slow, man. Yeah, they're going too slow. But I think sometimes they're going slow because they want to instigate problems.
Yep.
Because then they're going to have something to talk about. Hey, remember that time that guy in that GSXR rolled up on us? And then he rolled past, and we blocked him in, and we beat him up, or whatever.
That's what South Park did that whole thing. They nailed it. They were like, they didn't get the attention. Then they're even in the restaurant. Like, nobody's paying attention to us.
There just needs to be like an axe throwing room or something, like the break stuff room, but it's just drywall for all these guys to go in and punch.
But to just be in the motorcycle mindset of the whole thing. The motorcycle thing is so funny because it's so broad. It's so vast.
Yeah.
And we see our friends that are riding in Ukraine right now. I've got friends that are over there at the moment, and they're going through their experience, right? So they're having their experience. They're doing something that's life-changing for them. And they're having a good time, but they're learning. And they're adapting to what's happening in the environment around them. And the people that they're riding with are people that live there. And there are people that have been at war for the past 3 years and how that's changed their enjoyment of riding motorcycles and what they can do and what they can't do. And, we always joke like, hey, man, if somebody says, oh, well, groceries or riding, I'm going riding. For a lot of these people, going riding could be a life-threatening event, right? It could be an actual dangerous life-threatening event. And guess what? They're still riding. And they found other idiots that want to come and ride with them. Yay, good for them. I'm so proud. I mean, that's really kind of badass. So all the different things that motorcycle riding covers, it's more than just that idea of clubbing up and sort of being in that thing. My motor scooter club has a rule that just says you have to ride vintage. You have to build your own bike from the ground up. We don't care about people there that bought, an old scooter and now they're relying on a club to keep it running for them. You have to start with nothing and build it into a bike from the ground up. Turns out that's a pretty good cost of entry because then everybody around you will be knowledgeable about the bikes. And then you won't have to be saying like we're only as fast as our slowest member because everybody in this group can put together and ride their own shit. It's a very, very good idea if we're going to say we want to be exclusive in certain ways, and we don't want our club to be run over by a bunch of guys on plastic modern scooters. Well, it's a really good thing to say you have to have a vintage scooter, but you had to have built it yourself. That's a kind of a clever way to do it. And it's not exclusionary. We're not going to haze you and make you wear a stupid hat or a diaper every time we see you or whatever. Like, you're not going to become that.
And it's not monetarily out of most people's view.
Right.
It's not like, a Porsche club, like, you have to have a 911 restore.
But also, it's skill-based in that if somebody really wants to do it, they can figure it out and do it.
They sure do.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't matter how much money you have or who you are.
We've had a lot of people that prior to the moment where they were like, I think I want to be in your club, or we hang out with you all the time and you're super fun. We'd like to have you in our club, or you'd like to be in our club. Hey, is there any chance you have 1 ounce of desire to buy a piece of shit, take it apart, rebuild it, and ride it? Well, I didn't 2 years ago, but God damn it, now that sounds like fun. Well, give it a shot. Like, give it a fucking shot. Try it out. See if you like it. You might actually enjoy it. And it turns out that might unlock something inside of you.
Yeah, you might end up being a freaking scooter mechanic for the rest of your life.
Oh my God, man. Seriously. Fate worse than death. Yeah, absolutely. When we're talking about all the events and everything that are going on, one of the booths at AMA Vintage Days was Skidmark Garage, and they were just like straight up, is your shit broken? Bring it in. We're going to fix it. Mm-hmm. And people in our group took advantage of that when it came to fucking tires, right? When it came to, hey, we just blew up a tire back here. Do you have anybody? Oh, we got a place. Can you guys help me? I can't help you, but I can point that way. And if you can make it to the infield and you go find the guys at Skidmark, they are going to fall on you like white on rice to help you change that tire or help you get that bike back up and running again.
That was actually a really good and very magical idea.
It's a magical idea.
Yeah, having
Skidmark
there.
Magical idea. I fucking love it.
What's his name? The guy that bought the Aero 80. I can't remember his name. I'm going to...
Carter's dad.
Carter's dad.
John.
Thank you. That's the best way to say John.
Yep.
Immediately took the Aero 80 down there.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I would too, believe me. If I bought a shitbox or some non-runner, I would show up there. Why? Just to stump a chump.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, look at me. I just bought a bike that doesn't start. I'm going to go share this experience with as many other people as I can. Yep. And if you get enough hands involved, you'll be amazed at how much energy and how much intelligence finds its way into your motorcycle.
This is why you limit my time near a screwdriver the entire weekend.
This is why we know better than to let John or Tom get fucking hornswaggled into building bikes.
I saw him with the screwdriver every 5 minutes in his hand, just chugging it.
This is true. Now, where's my
Different kind of screwdriver.
Where's my scorpion bowl?
I actually am a little disappointed because I don't think I got one bike running this year at Mid-Ohio. And that's kind of like at least one or two.
You did, though. You just did it 5 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
When you did my wiring.
That's true.
Yeah, I did do that, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's some stuff. Hilariously, I've been selling the Mid-Ohio bikes. It
was too hot. Fuck that.
It was
I really-
too hot. Yeah, I don't want to see either of you guys working when it's so fucking hot and damp and musty
When the
drink a beer, have a good time.
When the 250, the Kimco 250 kept having problems, and I kind of went over there, and you kind of were like, no, get away from it.
Get away from it. There's other bikes, man. There's other bikes.
Just go.
We're here to have a good time. Yeah, we're here. Have a cocktail. Go sit and bullshit with some friends. We're not here to work. We're here to have a good time. That's what it's all about. That's what I really...
Don't tell Team Grilled Cheese that.
Well, come on.
I'm still trying to figure out a way to air condition the outside.
Well, see, John, I started putting up the tarps as walls around the back of the FEMA tent to keep the rain out. And I think if we circle the whole thing...
I like Cinch, the inflatable techno party
techno
house.
party house.
Balloon house.
With the what do you call it? The Mr. Cool guy or whatever.
Yeah, with an air conditioner.
A split
a
mini.
mini split.
Mini
We'll put a
split.
mini split in it.
Yeah.
Okay. All
We
right.
need to buy the inflatable pub.
Right. Yeah, that's basically all the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. But I wonder, because that thing is black, is it just going to soak up all the heat in the entire planet?
Well, that's what I
Who
was.
cares
Yeah.
as long as we have the AC going in there?
It matters. Yeah, it matters. I've been inside a black car with the AC on, and I've been inside a white car with the AC on. It makes a big difference.
All right.
When I painted the old rape van, right? When I painted the Cleveland-Moto wagon, when I painted it flat black, I learned real quick you couldn't put your hands on the roof of the van at all ever. Because and then my next van I got was white.
Yeah,
that was it, man.
Betty White.
I learned a very serious lesson when I went from Black Betty to Betty White. It was serious.
Well, that's why they all work out in
wanna-
Colorado,
Yeah.
because
Maybe
them
we-
dudes are sleeping in them, so they want the heat from the sun.
they might.
We need to get one of those military surplus concrete tents that you just put it up and then hose it down.
Oh, really? And then it's just there forever.
It'll just be waiting for us.
It's just literally spray it down. It'll be there forever. Yeah, I love that idea.
I still like the burying the stuff under the ground.
Yes.
Just setting up a whole
Right.
second floor.
Just bury a 40-foot container.
Yeah.
We'll ramp down into it. We'll put boards up so it's like fake. They can mow it and everything. They'll think it's real.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when we get there, we'll just know to pull it up and right down into the basement.
Well, it should have hydraulics.
Doesn't have to.
The whole thing just comes up. They can't figure out how we
They have
got
no
all
idea.
this stuff there.
All right. So you guys talk about stupid human tricks. I've just been fascinated by this dude, Johnny Davies. You can throw this up to the screen.
Oh.
Johnny Davies This guy's a freaking nutter, but I love everything about what he's up to right now. So he is going to do 2 world records in the same day on the same motorcycle. So he's going to do the first world records is he's going to do the world's fastest sit-up wheelie. High chair. A high chair wheelie. That means your feet are over the headlight. Okay? And that, my friends, is not easy. So it's one thing to do a wheelie when your feet are where God put them. It's another thing entirely to do a wheelie where your feet are in front of your fucking headlight. That is pretty tough. I think that is cause for attention. If you've never seen somebody doing a high chair wheelie, it's usually at about 9 miles an hour. That's not too fast. Problem is, this dude's going for 135 miles an hour.
God.
You got to be a whole special kind of stupid.
Well, what's the current record?
He said it. It's like 101.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 101, right? All right. So he currently is the record holder, but he didn't get fast enough the last time he did it because there was too much wind, right? Because you are basically a sail. So his goal, he's going to beat his own record by going 135 in a high chair wheelie. Now, raise your hand if you've ever held onto a motorcycle at 135 miles an hour. It's very fucking hard to do because all of the 130 miles per hour part is hitting all of your parts. And they're trying desperately to remove you from the motorcycle.
I was going to say, it depends how much fairing you got.
It's a bit of an arm stretcher.
Correct.
But he doesn't have any fairing.
Well,
He is the
his
fairing.
fairing would have to be
Right.
9 feet tall
Right.
in order for it to be at least a bit comfortable.
Right.
But it's not 9 feet tall. It's non-existent. So this is pretty badass. This is pretty cool. But then I guess he said that's not enough. So he's going to get on the bike backwards and ride the bike backwards at 160 miles per hour. 160 miles per hour, not looking where you're going. Now, we talk about aerodynamic problems. Who's ridden a motorcycle at 160 miles an hour? I have. The motorcycle is trying desperately to have you not be part of the operation. The motorcycle says my life would be easier without this fucker on my back. The motorcycle could gladly go 190 miles an hour if I wasn't so much on it.
As much grief as I give them, the Hayabusa is perfectly aerodynamically designed to not throw you off it
Until you look up.
until you look up.
And then when you look up, everything else looks up.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. We've all gone north of 100, or
Right.
most people have. And you're usually laid down on the tank. You're in a tuck. Look at that picture of him going in reverse. He's standing up like a sail.
He is literally 3 feet above the bars with a helmet that is anti-aerodynamic.
But look at his back. I mean, he's
Yeah.
catching wind there.
Oh, he's nothing but a big sail. He's nothing but a big sail. This dude, this is just impressive to me on every level. I shot a stupid little video the other day, 114 miles an hour on the freeway. I'm just waiting for the police to show up. And but even in this
Allegedly.
video,
Kilometers.
kilometers out. Even in the video, when you see I get over about 105, you look at the camera angle gets much lower. Because over about 105 with no windshield on a standard motorcycle, you do want to get your body a wee bit lower. And you want to become more part of that gas tank because it's just no fun. And I held that 114 until I knew for a fact 115 wasn't coming. Right? Because you want to give the actual real top speed and you got to stay committed to it for a little while. And I stayed committed to it for a little while, and 115 didn't show up, so I made myself a lot smaller, and 115 still didn't show up. So that I feel pretty safe that I know that that's 114 is 114 is 114. That's what it is. But I had no fucking windshield, and I did, I got a little bit of an arm workout. A little bit of arm. You don't have any windshield?
After riding my Thruxton and then riding that V7 Racer without the windscreen,
Yeah.
that tiny little bikini fairing makes
It's
a
hilarious.
whole world of
It really
difference.
does.
Dude, you
The
learn.
number 7 above the headlight is apparently good for another 15 miles an hour.
Because my
Yeah.
Thruxton will cut right through it because it's got the little tiny
Well,
bikini fairing.
And the newer bikes, when I had my R1, the first R1 back in 2001, we went and did a run, and I hit whatever, 180, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd never gone that fast before, I've gone maybe 120, whatever, and it felt fast, but you kind of hung to the tank. Well, as you kept going faster, it really didn't feel that much faster. until I was like, oh, okay, I'll let off. And I went like this, and it was like, as soon as you cleared, as soon as that vortex sucked your head, it hurt. It like jerked your head back to the point I was like, oh shit, I don't want to ever do that again.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
learn real quick about it. Like
Anything over $150 is guaranteed. You raise your head 2 inches,
yeah, it's
you
fucking-
better be prepared to fight your way back down again.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you look up, as soon as your neck extends and that helmet no longer is a bubble going this way, now it's going this way, it really does wrench your neck pretty
the
hard.
new bikes are so smooth that these dudes probably find out the hard way. Because man, like, I mean, seriously, they're so like you look down and you're 140 on some of these bikes, and
Pretty
you
easy.
don't feel like you're doing anything anymore. It's
they're
crazy.
pretty smooth, and the aerodynamics is amazing.
Yeah.
So the aerodynamics is super cool. I was shocked on the V100, those silly little doors, the silly little active aerodynamic doors that only open about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And yet, at 100 plus miles an hour, it's the total difference
Dude,
between.
I love that bike. That
it's
bike is
very
such
cool.
a good fucking bike. Man.
Very, very cool. I did like the fact that I tried to put the windshield up at like $110, and it was like, and literally on the display on the motorcycle's dashboard, it said slow down. Every time you press the put the windshield up button at anything over, I think 105 or something, the display just
Yeah.
says slow down.
When I
because it wants you, because it won't push for the force.
It just doesn't want to burn the motor out,
Exactly.
pushing against
against
all
the
of the
wind.
wind.
Right.
I've taken to watching airplane videos on YouTube in the back. Like I'll put them in the background and just listen to them.
Yeah.
And talking about that is air brakes.
Air brakes. Yeah, air brakes.
Because they cannot release at a certain speed. And I'm like, wow, that makes sense because it would rip itself off.
It would literally rip itself off. I just, oh man. So
He does have raccoon eyes.
yeah, there you go. You got a little sun.
So I work outside all
Yeah,
day long.
all day long.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I put suntan lotion and stuff like that on it, but I get sun.
Yeah, it's definitely being out this past couple of weeks in Cleveland, Ohio, has been an exercise in. I thought we were
Sweat.
further from the sun. I just didn't think we'd moved into the same zip code with the sun. Yeah.
It's not because we talked about this the other day. It's not 111 degrees outside with 100% humidity.
No.
But when I go outside, we're closer to the sun here for some reason at 75 degrees. But like it literally is closer.
But did you notice that like the whole country has like a humidity warning? Like
Yeah, it's just
a
the way it
wet-
is right
Yeah,
now.
everybody is just
It's just the way it is.
steamed,
Oh,
man.
this is not the time to be like, so I bought tickets for my wife and I to do a tour of Europe. No, Europe right now, only 20% of the people in Europe have air conditioning, which is 80% too low. And everywhere it's fucking damned hot, humid, the whole deal. And they're just not built for it. Like the whole country's not built for it. And when you go to places like England and Scotland and it's over 90 degrees, they're not ready for that. Like we kind of know what it's like, you know. In this part of the world where we live, we get all of the snow and we get all of the heat, so we can kind of like, yeah, it doesn't shock us so much. We still
know,
like to
man.
complain about it.
Every year when that first fucking 0 degree day hits, I'm like, fuck this place. I'm moving. I hate everything. Fuck you.
Yeah. Nope.
By now, you acclimate to it because in the spring or like when you get those first hot days, your body just doesn't know how to sweat yet. Yeah. And you get that like,
Sleepy, you say shit like that. And the first time I fired off that snow, Renee let me run the snowblower in the parking lot, and she has video of me cackling like mad. This is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, and she's like, we've been doing this forever.
Right.
and
This is just, it wasn't part of your training.
Renee let you run the snowblower.
Exactly.
Like,
Renee let me-
Tom Sawyer let you paint the fence.
We're not joking.
Special
Oh no,
treat.
there's video
I
somewhere.
just figured Phil out. He's like, Tom, if you get 5 more bikes done today, I'll let you run the
I'll let you run the snowblower.
But on your own time.
Right. Also true.
You have to clock out.
Yeah.
Okay, boss.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah.
I don't see a problem with this. The
too bad Tom never got to ride the snow machine.
The snow
Oh, he would have loved that.
man, that was right up
Dude,
there.
John's 500. It was, you punched it. It was a wheelie. My whole backyard.
It was hilarious because the skis never were on the ground.
No.
So it was the dumbest thing in the world because you're like, it's aerodynamic, which is silly for a snowmobile. It's
Yeah.
literally the shape of a piece of cheese, right? It's a red piece of cheese. That's what that thing was. It was like a Triumph TR7 with no wheels.
And
right?
had like a 1/4 millimeter suspension.
Oh, it had very little suspension.
Yeah.
But when you gave it the beans, somehow, and I'm still trying to figure this out, cars when you give it the beans and the front wheels of a car get light, the car twists, right?
Yeah.
Right? Car twists. We know a car twists, right? On his thing, which is a belt drive,
Right.
you'd give it the beans and it would twist. And I couldn't figure out. It wouldn't just go flat up in the air. No, it would kind of cock a little bit. It's like one of those front skis was kind of like, I could reach the ground if I try really hard.
Yeah.
But mostly it couldn't reach the ground. And you can't turn it, though, unless those
You
skis
lean.
are hitting
Yeah,
the
because
ground.
it's all you're all on the track.
You're literally
Yeah.
just riding a conveyor belt on the snow.
But you could totally
at
if
60
you-
miles an hour.
If you started back by the pond and
Yeah.
gave it the sauce,
Oh, yeah.
and got it up, you could drive it all the way across the backyard
And
just
never
leaning
touch
it
the
like
skis.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
just
fucking
on the
cra-
back of the track.
the only reason you had to bring it down is because you were already through 6 acres
Yeah.
into almost
and gone.
Yeah,
It gone. Just one of those things that it is a spicy snow machine is just the weirdest, funnest thing in the world. It
It's
is just
insane.
goofy fun.
Point and squirt.
Yes, point and squirt. All right, so if we're going to bring this image up onto the screen real quick, we need to have a very short discussion about this piece of vaporware.
Where's the lube? I need lube first.
You need lube? Okay, all right. Yeah, all
It
right.
doesn't look. Can I make the first comment?
Wait,
Yes,
wait.
go ahead.
It doesn't look as svelte as the renderings I
Oh.
had seen. It looks a little bulbous.
Yeah.
Did they at least call it the Boldiar?
No, they don't call it a Bulldor. They just call it a CB1000F.
No, this is going to be like my Z900 RS, but it's a
is-
Honda, so I'm going to
But
like
is
it
this
better.
still a rendering?
I think this might be.
No, they said they had it. They had it at shows.
And here
Chris-
we
Chris
are. I
P.
mean, it's been like 5 years. They've been showing us.
No,
somewhat
dude,
big-
Chris P just posted they had it at a show in Europe, like the
It's-
actual thing.
So if you guys are, if you care, it was at Suzuka 8 Hours.
yeah, there you go.
So the SE concept at Suzuka 8 Hours. This bike, present, accounted for in actual metal and plastic and rubber. Yay! And it says, if you were at the World Championship Suzuka 8 Hours, if you were, then you don't need me to tell you about this cool shit right here. Yeah, fucking cool, man. Nothing wrong with this. If I must force myself to be a prick, you can pull it up again so we can tear it apart. The gas tank looks a little thin. And to me, part of these bikes, when I remember the CB1100F, when I remember all them bikes, the tank was a bigger part of the thing, right?
He's making uncomfortable noises.
Right. And, I mean, the seat is thin. The tank is thin.
I think the radiator looks like an afterthought.
The
That's what I
radiator-
mean. Yeah, they phoned that in totally.
they did.
John, I'm going to hurt people in a minute. You
They
got to be on
did.
my side
They
over here a
did.
little bit.
They did.
Oh, I don't know. This picture.
It's
is-
mod. It's
is
a
not
mod.
what-
It's not a recreation. It's a modernization.
modernization.
It's a
You know,
resto mod.
I look at this and I realize that finally, after what 25 years, everybody else goes, you know what? Kawasaki's been making the ZRX forever. Why don't we jump on
Well,
that?
not only
But-
that, but dude,
but-
this is the Chevy Camaro of fucking motorcycles. It's like it's they squished it down. They cartooned some of it.
But
Yes,
the
they
same,
did
the
all
same
that
thing
shit,
was
but-
true with the Z900 RS.
Right.
Yep.
Like when you think of an old Kawasaki Z900, they look pretty lean and thin,
Yep.
even for a inline 4-cylinder. And then when you actually see one of the Z900 RSs in real life, you're like, wow, this is a huge tank. This
Yeah,
is
it
it's a
was
lot
fat.
wider than, but it's still a great looking bike.
It is a great looking bike.
But that tank was so fucking wide. That's one of the reasons I got rid of it, man. It hurt my legs. It like your legs were spread like you were trying to.
Just
well,
relax,
you were
just relax,
you know,
honey.
Yeah,
Just ease
exactly.
up a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Bend
the
your
last
knees a
time.
little bit.
Yeah.
because we've seen this bike, go ahead and pull this one up.
Yeah.
This bike's been kicking around for about 15 years. And so this was when it was called the CB1000F, or the Super 4. So as a Super 4, it has this aesthetic going on. So this, to me, the gas tank's quite a bit bigger. The side panels are more a part of the bike, and the ass is more a part of the bike. Take a look at the dimensions on the tank, the triangle side cover, and the butt, and then we're going to go back to
That thing is like having a horse in my garage. I should have a
we
barn.
go back to that, right?
Well, I was going to say, you were talking about the Super Magna earlier. There was a CB1000F for $1,500 that popped up too.
Yeah, that's four carburetors too many again.
yeah.
Right. Again, great bikes, too many fucking carburetors, right? This is a gorgeous fucking bike. And if the worst thing I can say about it is that the seat looks skinny and the tail section looks skinny.
Well, think about this,
and
too.
the tank looks skinny.
If in 2 fucking seconds, you're going to have the radiator guard off, you're going to have something sexy from fucking WeBike that the Japanese guys already have made.
Right.
Then you're fucking popping that ridiculous fucking can off the back of it and putting a little stubby fucking cool guy.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Instantly way cooler. Takes away 2 of the things
No
you
way,
guys
dude. 4 and
complain
4.
about.
No.
Oh,
So I'm not going to do
They
that.
probably would
This
have
bike.
that on
You
WeBike.
know, the Japanese
honestly.
would do that.
They would do that.
And
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, if I had this kind of thing and they had a 4 and 4, I'd do 4 and 4.
Yeah.
It just better rip. You know what I mean? It better
I
not
think
be,
it can't not rip.
It better not be
What,
detuned.
is
might-
it 1100?
It's an 1100.
Oh, that's going to be 156 horsepower. Or
I would
something like
think,
that.
right?
Well, that's
Yeah.
what they rumored. If
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I would think
it's
that
supposed
would
to be spicy.
Yeah. So that's good.
And
yeah?
if that's a Honda, if that's 156 Honda horsepower, that means that that's an easily 200 horsepower bike.
I
Because
agree.
Honda is really conservative, so I'm sure even with just an ECU tune, you could probably get it to 175.
Do you like it in black?
I don't
Never
know. I
seen
haven't
it in
seen
black.
it
Throw it
in
up.
black yet.
No, I don't. No, I like the Bull DR. I like the white and the red and the blue. I don't
Yeah.
like the black and silver.
Wait.
Do they have one with the engine bits in silver?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I'll look. I will look.
And that angle, I know that stripe is straight, but that
Right.
angle,
Yeah.
it's,
It
the
doesn't-
angle's
of the
weird.
picture's
This does
fucking
not
me
work.
up over here.
Yeah, the gas
This does
tank.
not inspire joy.
The gas
No.
tank stripe is not right, man. The gas tank stripe looks like they took the sticker off an old CX500 and we're like, well, it'll
Well,
fit
look,
on this.
I don't
Go
know if it's
ahead.
just the picture, but it looks like it's already peeling off the top. Like, look how it's angled down. That's the vintage.
Yeah, it
They
definitely-
relicked it.
They relicked it for sure, for sure. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of like between the
either-
Bold Or and this black one, I like the Bold Or better.
It's either going to have to be the silver and blue, or it's going to have to be the
Red, white, and
Honda
blue.
red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. I
Absolutely.
think is my
That's the
my
only
vote.
one.
Dude, if they made that silver and blue with gold rims, oh my God, dude.
Oh, you're
Forget
killing
it.
me.
Forget it.
Oh, you're killing me. Oh,
You have to do that. Whoever orders that bike, you got to put gold rims
gold
on it,
rims
dude.
for sure.
Holy
That'll
shit.
be the second year.
Yeah.
That'll be that's what
Oh.
Honda does.
The
They make
limited
the boring
edition.
one the first year,
Yep.
and then the next year they charge you an extra $1,000, put gold rims on it,
And then the year after
and the year
that,
after they put the Oleans on
And-
it.
and
I don't know if I
fix-
like the headlight nacelle.
the flat black. It's all just going to be flat black for America.
Yeah, it's gonna be flat black.
Oh, I'll kill somebody if they do
It's gonna
that.
be flat black. Yeah, that's true.
That kept me
Oh,
off
it's
of
a
a CBR
cool bike.
CX500 or whatever.
Yeah.
I could never find one that wasn't flat black for a reasonable price. I'm like, I don't want this bike
Yeah,
if it's
that's
flat black.
exactly right. Yeah, and flat black is kind of like the worst color for most motorcycles.
What's the problem is you can only find an NM4 in the flat black.
Exactly.
You really want it in red.
Yeah, and there's so many of the Hondas in the past 15 years where they were just like, yeah, flat black. And you're like, that's factory, dude. You shouldn't flat black a bike ever.
You went from candy color, uranium green,
yeah.
to
flat black.
to flat black
To literally primer.
or white.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah.
Japan has a Hello Kitty
Yeah.
cub.
Yeah.
And we
yeah,
can't
dude.
and we can't get it here.
No. No way.
No way.
No way. No
And I'm
way.
like, you could have brought me the Hello Kitty cub.
Right.
But instead you just brought me, oh, look, it's got a tartan seat.
Yeah. You have your choice of black frame or
Yep.
red frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. The Hello Kitty Club is definitely one of those things where you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. And I do
That black
like,
bike should have had the CB900F Tanuki.
Tanuki drink. Throw this up, Sleepy. You see how Honda commits to an idea? Oh, look at this.
The
This is
CB900F had
This
the
is I will fly to Japan and tear one of these down and put it in my suitcase.
I love
bring it home.
I love how Honda commits to a fucking idea because they're like, we know what the kids want. Yeah. They know exactly what the kids want.
I went to Japan in the fall of 2024, and I bought that you could get sticker sheets. With these.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of them.
It's so clever. It is so clever. And they've just completely retroed out the 125, you know, the Super Cub. They just did that cream color leg shields on the standard red that they already had. It's a great way to do what? To resurrect some shit you had from the parts catalog from 3 years ago.
Exactly.
Put some Hello Kitty decals on it, and all of a
Well,
sudden,
there's a
you're
lot more
selling
going
out.
on there. There's a lot, like the engine cover and stuff has got Hello Kitty embossed in
Embossed
it.
in
Like
the
it's
engine cover,
all.
Is this
I
Tom
think
now?
it's cool.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, y'all are
There you
jerking
go, Tom.
off over the Bull Dior. I'm like,
Yeah.
Hello Kitty, baby.
No, it's a cool. I mean, it's a really cool concept, and it is something that a lot of people identify with. I know 200 people here in the United States that they own everything Hello Kitty you can lay your damn hands on, So why wouldn't they own this?
You do that, and then
Right.
you do the goth one with the Bats Maru.
Bats Maru.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you'd fucking sell a million of them.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, the Bats Maru would be every fat black clothed black eyeliner dude ever. It'd be like, yeah, my girl's got the Hello Kitty. I got the Bats Maru. Yep. That's exactly it.
That's the
yeah.
paint the black.
I like it. Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, actually, Sleepy and John have got the because they were talking the black CB1100, but he's got that early
The CB1100F style.
Well, but it has
with the good
orange
with
and
the
red
good orange and
stripes.
red.
Is it still the CB1100?
Dude, look up like a 1982 CB900F.
Yeah, we know. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the good one.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Read that. Somebody read
This is kind of a toss-up.
Okay, Ma says, if Sleepy promises to stop making the masturbation sound effect, I promise to take the gun out of my mouth.
Deal.
That's fucking
100%
genius.
I mean,
deal.
this is
Never
this
happen
is
again.
not the self-help hotline here.
No, but I am happy to make that trade-off. No problem.
Fair enough.
No more masturbation.
All right,
Gun out of the mouth.
Everybody do it.
I'm all tapped out.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
all right.
Throw this up on the screen. Is this what you want?
Yes.
That is exactly the color scheme they should do.
I've owned
Wanna do
3 of
it,
these fucking
not
bikes,
wanna
man.
do
Yeah.
it.
If you the black one should have had that color.
I mean, I joke, but the reality is, if you walk around, you walk around long enough, somebody's going to throw 3 of these at you for free.
I've had 3 of these bikes in my life, and I've had them in this color scheme, and I've had them in the black and silver color scheme, and I've had them in the white and blue color scheme. 3 of these bikes, and I've never had all 4 carburetors running on any one of these bikes at one time. So I've had, at one point in my garage, I had 2 on one and 3 on the other. I could honestly tell you, I do not know what a CB900F feels like at full chat, because every time I was like, I got it, it's great, let's run it, and then be like, nope, still not there.
In 1980,
Yeah,
they stopped putting overflows on carburetors.
yes they did.
And I want to kick whoever made that decision in the
Yeah.
nuts so
Yes, you
hard.
do.
Because I get it; it's
Yeah.
still not right. But
Yeah.
at least the oil, the gas is flowing out of it, and you know it's over. It's flooding, and that's the carb that's bad. And you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
as my grandfather used to say, your problems are all behind you now.
Yeah.
Because they literally are all behind you now. They're
But if
right
you
on your
don't-
back tire, out the back of the motorcycle. Yeah.
But if you don't have overflows, it goes into the motor.
It literally floods out. And that is what you chase yourself like crazy, because you build the carb so good. You're so careful. You're so fucking methodical about rebuilding the carb. You get the thing out. You know you got it right. You put the cocksucker back together again. You take it out, and up until 50 miles an hour, you're like, this thing's doing pretty good. Then you lean hard onto it in third gear, and it goes, yeah, blah, 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 and then you know what's happening. You know you've overflowed it. You know what's happening is it's dumping raw gas straight into your combustion chamber. Yeah. You're getting no atomization. You're getting nothing. It's just burbledy bullshit. And you're like, okay, back to the fucking drawing board. I couldn't stand these things.
Sudco, can I have some roller flats lights?
Well, that's the problem is, I was on a bit of a budget. I didn't have the money to just be like, yeah, let me throw fucking my croonies across the rails, right? No, I can't do that for a bike I spent $500
Just
on.
and you can't just do that because it's a rack of 4 carburetors with a plate that they're all bolted
Literally,
to.
they're
and
all
linkages
bolted to
and,
each other.
and fuel lines
can do
and
that.
all that stuff.
Every
That's
time
awful.
I'm on Marketplace when I shouldn't be, and like I come across some like 900R that's like in really nice shape,
Yeah.
like my heart starts to pitter patter, and I'm like, oh, I should get this, and then I go, oh wait, it's got 4 carburetors.
It has 4
I'm
carburetors.
like, fuck that.
Right.
I don't even want to look at it. See ya.
And it is 4 carburetors during the times of very, very heavy-handed emissions controls.
Oh, yeah.
So the problem is the 4 carburetors that are on that bike are the least happy 4 carburetors ever. So you immediately got to change all that.
I know there's a Hurricane that has
Yeah.
like 10,000 miles on it sitting in the guy's garage
Ugh, painful.
for 20 years. And I'm like, at one point I was like trying to get it, and I'm like, I don't even want that now.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaker. It really is.
The tank's going to be rusty. The carbs are going to be shit. I mean, like, fuck that.
Don't meet your heroes. Just be like, yeah, those were cool when they were brand new. They were cool when they were brand new.
Beautiful for that era. And then I rode it and I went, well, this sucks.
It is one of those bikes where you're just like, yeah, well, the motor was there. The suspension wasn't.
Yeah.
It was of its day. It was great.
Oh, exactly.
But the standards are
It's,
pretty low.
That's the joke,
Yeah.
is that from 1975 to 1995, actually, bikes kind of suck.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's real tough to find something in that era that's a really, really good bike. I think we did a podcast about that once. Like, find a good bike from that era. It's not easy.
No.
Like '89 Honda had some ringers with the GT650 Hawk and stuff like that.
I've always secretly lusted for a Blackbird, but then I kind of rode one and I went, no.
But if you think back to like a lot of these legendary bikes, they're all kind of legendary for bad reasons. Like, oh, this one killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's make that one that's the most awesome bike I've ever heard of.
Right.
Oh, look, it's a triple two-stroke. Let's go
believe
kill
me, dude.
myself.
Yeah,
Like, you know.
so many hours of my life were spent making them run mediocre.
Dude, the first time I
that
got
was
an
it.
RD350, I had built this bike up in my head so fucking. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the fucking and then you're trying to drive it around town, and it's like,
Hey, what's-
and then it finally hits to the pipe, and then you're like fucking holding on for dear life, and it's like you're trying to do, it doesn't work.
Yeah, you ever try to ride an H2 on Murray Hill? Right. Let me give you a little challenge from
For
your Uncle
anybody that's
Phil.
listening, Murray Hill's about what? 56
let's have a
degrees?
really great high-tuned, fast-by-gas built motor in your H2, about 92 horsepower at the rear wheel. And I'm going to tell you, let's just tow for a little fun run around the neighborhood. And let's go up Murray Hill on the Kawasaki H2, where it has almost an idle and then nothing till 7,000 RPM. And then when it's 7,000 RPM, you're on the chambers. And you know what that likes to do? Everything fast, doesn't turn good, doesn't stop worth a shit, and makes a lot of noise, which means all the police and all the cities know you're coming. It was awful. And trying to ride around with a group of people, and we had this whole group of guys on two strokes, and I was like, I'm going to fucking show them. I'm going to show up, cackety, cackety, cack. I'm going to choke them out on clots. And what did I do? I launched myself up Murray Hill. I stalled twice, and I was like, this tyranny shall not stand. Kickstarted the bitch third time, gave it a handful of gasoline, and let the clutch out. And oh shit, did things happen quick. And they were like, you were moving. And I was like, yeah, I got all the way like to Mayfield in 0.0 seconds. Yeah, it was awful.
You made the jump to light speed.
I did. The guys at the grog shop were like, we heard you. We didn't even see you. You were gone. Okay. Did I say we were having some recession behavior earlier on?
I believe you did.
Vaguely.
Wouldn't that be just the best time ever to introduce a fucking $40,000 side-by-side?
Yes.
Oh, it's almost like there's a gap, maybe, between some people that haves and some people that haves nots. And it turns out Polaris is leading into the extraordinarily Ducks Unlimited type guys, right? We saw a couple of these at AMA Vintage Days, okay? And Polaris did want to bring out something for the poors. So Polaris brought out...
They thought of me.
Yeah, Polaris brought out a really new Ranger 500. I don't want to be a prick, but it's a golf cart, right?
Hang
It's a
on.
golf cart.
Phil,
What do you-
hold on just 1 second.
What?
We're reporting technical difficulties with the sound cutting out.
Oh, really?
It doesn't look like it. I mean,
Oh.
we got it's here. It's in the unit.
All right. Check your feed.
I was going to say, I got 2 reports here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe cut your Wi-Fi. If you got your Wi-Fi on your phone, it would be a good time to turn it off.
No, I mean it's getting to the unit.
I appreciate that. Anyway, so, yeah, Ranger, you can throw this picture up if you want, Sleepy, because this is what we're talking about. This is Polaris saying, hey, guys, we know times are tough, and we want to help you. So here's a $10,000 golf cart with knobby tires on it. And that's what it is. It's a $10,000 Ranger. And this is Polaris flexing that we want to save you some money because we're working class people too. And we think that you should be able to have a side-by-side without bankrupting the family farm.
How thoughtful of them.
How thoughtful of them. But then there's the next page in the fucking catalog. Because the next page in the fucking catalog, no shit, I wish I was lying, is $50,000. And this shit is getting
Oh,
bonkers.
That's a car.
Okay? We saw a couple of these go past the camp at AMA Vintage Days. This is a 1,000cc car. Off-road. Truck. Dune buggy. No, it's got doors. It's got glass windows. They roll up, they roll down. I think it's a Jeep.
Does it have AC?
I bet you it does. Because those windows are up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't build this and sell it for $50,000 and not have AC on it, would you?
You only pull it down when you need the help to bring you something.
That's
And-
true.
Yeah.
That's true. This is
Does it have a
batshit
reverse
crazy.
camera?
What's that?
Reverse
I'll bet you
camera?
I'll bet you got cameras
Absolutely.
front, back, left, and right.
Backup camera, collision
Oh,
avoidance.
that was the gardener's fucking vehicle that comes with it when you buy it. He found the back door.
And I'd like to tell you that
lane keep.
they raised the price of this $10,000 between 2024 and 2025. That's fuck you. That is the most weapons grade fuck you I've heard in a long time.
You know-
because a $32,000 side by side wasn't enough. Yeah, Matthew Digman says a '90s Sumer Ceramic. I'm right there with you, baby.
They're called the Jimny, and Phil can import
I
those
can
for
bring
you.
as many Jimneys as we
The
need.
problem is they're fucking tin tops.
Who cares? I prefer.
But that's a tin top.
Look, a Jimny with AC, we got this thing landed in America for about $6,000.
Yeah.
Okay? You can get a Suzuki Vitara 4-door.
Well, how much was your the little Rocky, the one you had?
The Pajero.
The Pajero.
The Pajero I had was about $5,000. Landed
Exactly.
with AC.
Yeah.
And a really smart 4x4 transmission with a diff locker, right? And it seated 4 people in air-conditioned comfort. And it could pull the ass out of a mule if you had to, right? But it didn't cost $32,000 before they decided to make it into $41,000. And because that's pre-accessories, that's the base model. That's the base model.
You know,
And if you want to add the overlanding package, yes, I said the overlanding package, that's an extra $14,000, which will bring you up to $54,388, which, by the way, is more than a really nicely appointed Toyota Tacoma.
I don't understand what you're complaining about. It seems
I
like a
don't see
very
the
nice.
problem.
No,
It's
yeah,
a bargain.
these are
right at
perfectly
this
reasonable.
point. Yeah.
Perfectly
I
reasonable.
mean, you're going to price shop this,
Right.
or a Jeep Gladiator, which is actually road legal.
Yes.
And you're looking at both of them because
Right.
you're looking at 4 wheels and
Yeah.
4-wheel drive and off-road capability. And since Stellantis is circling the fucking drain yet again,
Yeah, I've heard bad things about.
you can get all the incentives. So the Gladiator probably is under the price of this thing.
I was gonna make a snide comment about like never spending so much on a certain car, but then I kind of remembered my history of my cars, and I was like, maybe I'll just let that one slide.
You know what, Tom? Shit. A brand new Jeep Gladiator 4x4. Air conditioning is standard. The doors and the roof and the shit all comes off. It's got enough bed in the back to hang your small motorcycle. Is no shit $38,695.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to buy a Jeep Gladiator.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. I would never tell anybody to go buy a Jeep Gladiator.
Yeah.
But a Jeep Gladiator is more than 1,000 cc's.
And you can actually drive to see Grandma.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can drive on the freeway to go to the place you're
Exactly.
playing in the dirt.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You might know something. So how are these guys getting these fucking things? I've seen them licensed all over the place now. They're driving like I saw one drive to Summit
Because
the other
hillbilly
day.
states don't give a fuck.
So, and that's,
Dude, do you know how hard it is for like even some vintage bikes and sometimes when you have to get them re-inspected and they're being dicks? Like
so Ohio now has the low-speed vehicle law. So now that Ohio has a low-speed vehicle law, basically what it says is you're not supposed to drive them on roads over 35 miles per hour. And this says LSVs, including some golf carts, can be legally operated on public roads with speed limits of 35 miles per hour or less. Okay? So driver's license, insurance, etc. So now that Ohio has this law, they are saying, okay, this is the law that they're giving people a lot of shit on if you have a K-truck. So if you have a cool K-truck that used to have a full-fledged adult title, now they're saying, no, you need an LSV title for that. Now, we're not going to go in the weeds on this shit because a 25-year-old vehicle is exempt from modern NHTSA and modern DOT, which means, like, you cannot tell me that your Nash Metropolitan is any safer than a 1999 K-truck. You can't tell me that your King Midget
right.
or your BMW Isetta is any safer, or your Vespa 400 is any safer or more appropriate, or your fucking Duchevaux is any more road appropriate than a 1999 or year 2000 K-truck or Honda Acti van or Subaru Sambar van, which has all the things, seatbelts and cool fuel injection and air conditioning and 4-disc brakes, right? it's a bullshit law. It is a bullshit law. It's a punishment law. And it's just like, oh, you're going to tell me that this awful, ridiculous car you have from 1968 or whatever is somehow okay to be on the freeway at 65 miles an hour versus, just an angel. Just an angel. If you're watching this at home.
He needs it.
Oh, somebody give him his blankie and his
Let him
binky. Oh, yeah. So that's that jam right there. But that is a shit ton of money. I mean, that is a disgusting amount of money, and that is catering to only a very certain crowd.
You know,
Yeah,
this.
the guy with.
Oh, go Pete, go.
I was gonna say the guy with the boat coming from Finland.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Exactly.
And he's going to be very upset that he can't get his right meow. Right?
This is that conversation you had with Pete about the Gyro X.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my price down. Don't you fucking do that. Raise your price up.
Raise your price up. Raise your price up.
The one guy, because we were literally looking at the ass back of a $230,000 RV.
Yeah.
Because I priced them. Because Becky's like, I am done tent camping, and the hobo kitchen really needs more support.
Right.
And you're like, why would you? What do you say? Are there any other here?
That's the first rule.
Is there another one here?
Is there another one of what you're selling here? Oh, no. There's one? Okay, there's one. Is it in better shape than yours? It's not. Okay, then you need to be the highest price. So if yours is the only one here or the nicest one here, then you have a job to establish the high water mark for what these are going to go for.
It's called dominance.
And that's all it is. And if the other guy's got one and it's not as nice as yours, his shit's fuel injected.
Yeah.
Right? It's a brand new thing. You know, if the other guy's got his up at 4K, then you should start at about 8K. And what you're hoping for is somebody looks at the 4K one and goes, it's kind of ratty. And then they look at yours and goes, well, he wants 8K for that. And then you end up somewhere at 6,500. Bob's your uncle, right? When you're pricing something, don't price what you think it's worth. Price the room. Find out the room you're standing in. If you go to Barrett Jackson with your cool, slick ass. Those guys in that RV were watching Happy Gilmore 2. Marshall Thompson says, those guys in that RV were watching Happy Gilmore 2 outdoors at like 100 decibels at 1 a.m.
Speaking of people that added to the community that
Yes.
and under the tent,
Oh,
Marshall
fuck yeah,
showed
dude.
up. Marshall got the rules. He showed up with all the ice.
Yeah, he did.
All the water.
Marshall definitely
and
paid
he just
attention.
rolled in as all right, cool. I'm here. Here's the shit you asked for, and I went, fuck yeah.
He definitely
Come on in,
understood
he's
the
right.
mission.
BoJack Horseman with them too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did a great job. They really, really did a great
But
job.
because we
We had two Lukes, right?
we had
Yeah, we had two Lukes.
I screwed up. Well,
Stereo.
because somebody picked up Luke, one of the Lukes, early,
Yeah.
and was talking about Leprechaun.
Oh, okay.
So Luke,
Yeah,
Leprechaun,
yeah, right.
I don't know who the hell it was. It was the whole Leprechaun thing.
Okay.
Well, the next morning I woke up, and those PDSC glow-in-the-dark mugs that I brought,
Sure.
like a fucking ton of them.
Yeah.
Because I grabbed all of them because I knew what was going to happen. And it had Leprechaun on it, but it said, what was it? Ah, shit, I've lost my plot now. But it had a name on it.
You haven't, dude.
Leprechaun.
I'm
Leprechaun.
experienced. Have you
And
been
I thought-
hitting the sauce or what's going on?
Well, no, it's because
Throw
it said
that in the good story basket.
it said
over
Right,
there.
right.
Leprechaun on it, and I looked at him and I said, dude, why don't you go by this? And he said, because that's not my name.
It's not my name. That's literally not what I'm called. Right.
And I went, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Condensed down to that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. There was a bit of a kerfuffle over his name.
And it was like, all right, cool. It was the entire thing was struck from the record was the joke,
Well, the
but it was just that whole again going back. It was the whole scenario. It's just amazing.
what I wanted to talk about next is, as a kid growing up, I didn't have the most outrageous musical taste as a little kid. As a little kid, the one concert I really wanted to see more than most anybody else in my high school, well, my 8th grade class, was Billy Joel. Man, I had all the albums. I had every fucking Billy Joel album, and I would sit in the basement with our JCPenney stereo, right? And it's two very fake speakers. And I would sit there with the speakers by my ears, and I would play Glass Houses. I would sit there, I'd play all the Billy Joel. And I was a piano playing kid. So I was a piano playing kid. I'd play Billy Joel, and I'd play along on the piano and try to keep up with him, right? So as a kid, I thought Billy Joel was about the coolest thing that existed. for a lot of reasons.
I have to interject. This is quite enlightening.
Yeah, I got into my ska stuff a little later, but
This feeds into it.
as like a 6th, 7th, 8th grader kind of thing, 6th, 7th grader, I really, really liked Billy Joel. And then I found out Billy Joel had motorcycles. And when I found out Billy Joel had motorcycles, I was like, fuck yeah, he does. That's super cool. And then I find out he had Moto Guzzi's. And that was why one of the very first motorcycles I bought with my own money was a 500cc Moto Guzzi. And it was mostly because Billy Joel had Moto Guzzi's. And I thought that was super cool. And Billy Joel, whatever you think, that's fine. That's great. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant is one of the greatest songs ever written by far. And I will stand by that with my dying breath. There's also some amazing shit that he did that I don't care what anybody says. It is punk rock. It is metal. But he is what he is. He is a showman. I've seen him live several times. And it didn't hurt that the really tall, sexy girl with the long legs was also into Billy Joel. And that was pretty cool when I scored those tickets to the Coliseum. And we saw Billy Joel live at the Coliseum.
I missed the Coliseum,
And
man.
I did pretty good that night. So I
With Christy Brinkley? Good for you.
This might have been pre-Uptown Girl. I don't know. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, Billy Joel has had a motorcycle shop in Long Island. And it's cool because 20th Century Cycle is what it's called. If you go there, and I've been there, you can just wander up. And if it's open, he or one of his representatives is there, and they will let you come in and just just fucking and look at all of his cool shit. And he's got stuff lightly displayed. He's not Jay Leno. It's not that way, but it's still pretty fucking cool. And it is a functioning motorcycle shop where people are in there working on motorcycles. When I was there, they were working on motorcycles. Hanging outside, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, having sandwiches, talking about bikes. It was a really cool place to hang out. I got to give it to you. Billy Joel wasn't there at the time I was there, to be completely honest with you. I thought Billy Joel was cool because he was a boxer. And at the time, I was boxing. So I was getting my ass kicked a lot. So I was taking karate and I was boxing at the same time. So Billy Joel was actually a pretty good role model for me when I was 14 years old. Right? Pretty good. And I had Billy Joel cassettes and I had Madness cassettes. And that's how I delivered my papers. So that's how I did it. I really, really did dig the guy. And I still do to this day. However, according to the Cleveland Clinic, the 76-year-old singer, composer, and pianist was having some trouble with his balance, but otherwise felt good. However, he is having a brain problem. He's 76 years old, and he's shutting it down. So he's done. So he's closing 20th Century Cycles. And that's a shame, because that was a place where you could go into and meet some really cool people and see some really cool bikes and kind of look into the past of like a little bit of a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame kind of thing. Because posters from all the cool shows he's did with all the other stuff and memorabilia he had from other people that were motorcycle people and also rock and roll people is very cool. I love that. Makes me feel really, really sad that that's going away. His home is being sold. He's probably hurt and is selling his house for $29.9 million.
He wants to buy a Polaris.
He's halfway there. But yeah, that 20th Century Cycles is pretty good. They got about 7,500 bikes in there. It's really, really badass. He's got a 52 Vincent Rapide. So if you like Vincent Rapides, and when I was there, they weren't having any problems. Like, go have and sit on it. I was like, okay. Don't have to tell me twice. I can go sit on Billy Joel's Vincent Rapide. Pretty fucking cool. Feel bad for him because I can say that he was a big influence on me growing up. And he's a major reason that I got into motorcycling in the first place. Because in that period of time, in that 1982, 83, 84, there were not a lot of positive role model motorcycle things going on. There just weren't. There was not a lot of media. There was not a lot of movies. There was not a lot of TV that shined a good light on motorcycles. And Billy Joel being a motorcycle rider and including that in a lot of his videos and stuff like that actually made it pretty cool.
So it was down to him and Prince with the CX500.
Again,
Rob Halford.
And Rob Halford. Absolutely. And if you got to, and tell you what, put me in that room. Put me in that room.
Yeah.
I want to be in the room with Prince, Rob Halford, and Billy Joel. I'm in. Fucking sign me up right now. I want to be in that room. That's going to be a fucking good room.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a good room. And they might write a song or two. Yeah. Can you imagine a
Right?
song written by Rob Halford, Prince, and Billy Joel?
No.
Well, it would be written by Prince.
There's so many strong opinions and so many
Yeah.
strong things. It would be like that song would take years.
I've heard like 3 bad Prince songs in my life.
Yeah.
There are about 6 bad Billy Joel songs, and Rob Halford is a force of nature.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's,
Oh,
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. So that's
It would be like the Highwaymen.
It
You
would.
need a fourth.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
can-
Who's your Chris Christopherson?
That's you, Uncle Phil.
No, you need a strong
No.
female
Wow.
voice. You need a
I'll be the guy
strong-
plugging in the cables. Okay.
Billy Idol.
You got to have a strong female voice in there.
That's a
What
good
about
choice.
Throw Billy Idol.
Billy Idol's a good choice.
he's not
positive,
dead, though.
positive role model
Oh,
biker.
neither is Ralph Halford.
No.
What's
no,
that?
no.
I was thinking all these guys were dead, so I'm all thinking of dead people.
No, they're
I'm
not
like,
dead.
No, he's not dead.
Prince
Well,
is dead.
Prince is
I mean,
dead.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what- that's what
I
confused
didn't make that conditional to the event.
No.
Was they had to be dead. But no, I feel bad
Deborah
for Billy Joel.
Harry.
Deborah Harry. Yeah, that's another.
'Cause you
good
need
one.
a little bit of-
Yeah, and she
And
rides
she is still
motorcycles.
rocking it.
Yeah,
No,
she is.
I'm
she
going
is still-
Chrissy Hind.
Also, Chrissy Hind, also a motorcycle enthusiast,
Yeah.
right? We're friends on Facebook now. I don't know how that happened. I'm friends with Chrissy Hind on Facebook. That was weird. She popped up in people you might know.
Did she ask you for money or anything?
No,
No, but I've never been so upset about not using a masturbation noise in my entire life.
You made a promise.
I thought Phil was going to go into his when he was talking about Billy Joel a minute ago.
I keep my word, man.
yeah, I just that we think about the influences that we have growing up, right? The people, the music that we listen to. I don't know why, but Spotify still is convinced that my number one song that I like to listen to is Black Betty
Ram Jam.
by Ram Jam. And there's also motorcycles in that video, right?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, love the song, named my van after it. But Spotify, I don't need to hear it every 2 hours, right? I've got like 12,000 songs in my Spotify. Ram Jam Black Betty should not come up more than once a month.
You have really got to curate your Spotify. I'm not going to lie. My
Yeah.
algorithm is an entirely different
Yeah.
beast now. So
Yeah. Oh, is it really? Yeah.
I don't want to turn this into a music podcast. But
Absolutely.
My soul died a little bit this week. There's a Chevy commercial where they played New Order, Age of Consent.
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, you got to be kidding
Oh
me.
no, they've been sucking up all like they've gone past the pop '80s, and now they're hitting like go to the B-sides or go to the bands and they're hitting all of them.
Fucking Age of Consent. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like it's a Chevy SUV of some sort. I don't know.
Fucking hell. I'd expect that from Gene Simmons and Kiss, but
Yeah,
come
exactly.
on,
Right,
man.
right.
Dude, I'm in the
Consent.
the frozen section of like whatever, some like really weird country market by my house.
Yeah.
And it's like like Depeche Mode's playing in the background, on the fucking thing, and it's like a Muzak version of it. Ding 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 ding. You're like, oh my god, just put one right between the fucking head, man.
The Muzak version of Waiting Room by Fugazi.
yeah.
Yeah. Which is a meta fucking in on itself joke right there. Yeah.
Or the non-Muzak version of anything from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Sorry, man. That's it. If you want to know how to make me get up and change the channel, I am still 100% anything newer than Yertle a Turtle. So if you're like, Red Hot Chili Peppers, that's great. I loved them when they were a punk band. They were great.
Yeah, 100%.
But anything after Yertle a Turtle is just like, no.
Well,
no,
did you
no.
see the grandma? She's like her own cover band of them, and like you can't even tell the difference. She's
No, of
just
course
singing
not.
the songs. It's
Well,
like
you gotta
she
do is
should
just-
be singing these
you're-
songs.
She's on money.
Freaking nodding out heroin addict saying California every 5 seconds.
Oh, my God. It's just the whole thing. And that's great. I'm glad they made money. Same with Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Don't
Thomas
give me a
went
second.
hard.
Yeah, Tom is definitely
Hey,
going up.
goddamn,
Yeah.
Anthony Kiddis, man. Like,
Right. Yeah.
hook me up. I can set it up, dude.
Right, we should-
California.
Yeah.
Dude,
I will
Tom
facilitate
Pennington,
this shit.
Anthony Kiddis cage match on
I will facilitate it.
the Ohio State House
Hit my
lawn.
channel. Oh, my God. We
On
can
the
make
Ohio
this
State
happen.
House lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Let's call DeWine. Let's make this happen. Let's call our governor. I want to see this cage match.
Lorraine County Fair starts this week.
Lorraine County
We can
Fair!
get this shit happening
Fuck
quick.
yeah, dude. We
Ain't
could jump
nobody gonna
buses
stop.
around it.
Dude,
If I
that
can
would
get some
you think
luchador
they'd turn
masks,
down,
I am on the
think
luchador
anybody
mask.
at that fucking place would turn down Anthony Kiddis showing up to fucking fight Tom.
I love that idea.
I do.
I love that
fucking
idea
go!
super hard. I think
ever
that's
wanted
the greatest idea ever.
If you ever wanted to see combined,
Compound demo derby.
Combine demo derby. I got a video of that shit on my channel from last year. It's insane.
It never ever gets old.
No, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I will go watch a school bus jump damn near anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you got? I'm there for it. Yeah.
But dude, they put work into those fucking combines. They have like pigs' faces with tails that are wiggling and fucking wings that are flapping and shit. A duck is fighting a pigeon, like all in fucking combines.
It's all the combines.
I want to see a school bus jump 14 Evel Knievel bikes.
Brilliant. That's genius.
You know,
That is fucking hilarious. I love that.
Well, with Harleys getting so cheap, they could do it now.
Yeah,
too. Just
right.
line them fuckers
you
Just
up.
a whole bunch of
20 Sportsters out there, and
my
if the school
God.
bus fails, it just
I should have prefaced that with a used Harley. Sorry.
Well, I will say this with the newer Harley Davidson, the sub $6,000 Harley Davidson, the Harley Davidson for the people, which we know is either going to come from China or India, but probably China,
it
right?
was interesting. It was like a plane. We were flying up here, and it
Yeah.
just went.
So is it going to be the QJ motor?
Well, we don't know.
SVRX,
I mean,
whatever 305?
even the fucking prognosticators of prognostication at
the
RevZilla,
YouTube channels are
all these
mad.
guys are all just throwing out.
has it been 3 or 4 years that we've been talking about
Yeah.
this?
No, but all the Harley kind of YouTube channels, they're all like, Harley's done. They've ruined it. They did it this time. It's over.
I think we need to get a bunch of these sub $6,000 Harleys that are all going to be like the QJs, and like all get patched in and like ride down the interstate at 35 miles an hour and go, "Fuck you, we're gonna kill you."
I have,
we can watch it, dude.
I
Don't pass us.
have an
You
idea.
in the minivan.
You know how we used to joke about like, well, guys, we thought the bar was set pretty low, but it turns out an election happened and the bar got lower.
Oh God.
Right? And the bar got lower, and the bar got lower, and the bar got lower. I believe that Harley Davidson may be ready for
Bankruptcy?
nope.
Oh.
The $6,000 Harley Davidson Sprint, because they've already said it's going to be called a Sprint.
Makes sense.
That's been published.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's published. They own that name. $6,000. We know it's not going to come from Milwaukee. Right. So let's get that out of the way right now. It's going to be Chinese. Why? Because we know the companies that have partnered with them. It's going to be QJ. It's probably going to be QJ. But ultimate fuck you. Will they do an Evel Knievel edition? Because what did we see recently at the Triumph launch?
Oh yeah.
That's right, yeah.
We saw an Evel Knievel edition, which means the Evel Knievel Foundation has opened up their wallet and said, more please. So, since we know that Evel Knievel spent more time riding a Harley than he spent riding a Triumph, Triumph latched on to his somewhat few appearances on a Triumph bike. Is Harley not, now that the foundation, now that the Evel Knievel Foundation is saying we are taking offers on this merchandising equipment, this merchandising opportunity, will they not have a Chinese-made Evel Knievel edition Harley Davidson? And will that be what it takes to make Harley Davidson owners' heads finally explode? They have suffered the indignity of liquid cooling. They have suffered the indignity of fuel injection. They've suffered the indignity of a 6-speed gearbox.
Electrification.
They have suffered the indignity of Japanese suspension.
12 volts.
They have suffered the indignity of Chinese manufacturing.
Live wire.
They've suffered the indignity of electric
They don't
motorcycles.
talk about that part of the family
Right.
anymore.
Right.
Is there anything left for these poor souls to give up? Yes. The patron saint, Evel Knievel.
They would sell a billion of those.
They certainly would sell a billion of them. And my
I'm not
logic
even
is,
joking.
just like KTM made the most money that KTM's ever made by doing what? By desecrating Rotax in Austria and
Sleepy,
everything
stop
by
making the
getting in bed
masturbation
with the
wannabe noise.
Chinese. I believe that there's a very high profit margin to be made in fuck you-atitis and in shitification. And I believe that the CEO who's in charge right now cannot resist that. and that the only thing more appealing than making $3,000 on every motorcycle a pure profit, a 50% profit margin, is capitalizing on the name Evel Knievel. Sleepy?
Dude, they would sell so many. If it came with a bike stand that was about a fucking half size of the
Yes!
fucking thing, like
Yes!
See,
So like
this
you put
is
it up
where
there,
I was
fucking
going to go.
Oh fuck! I was holding that
So
one
you
in.
can lube your chain.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Sleepy, how are you and I on the same fucking bandwidth?
Marketing for a living.
Every Harley Davidson, don't call it a QJ Sprint, is going to come with an Evel Knievel toy.
Like a rip cord in the back of it. or
Ripcord
some
Racer,
shit.
whatever. Oh, it's on. It's on like Donkey
Oh,
Kong.
God.
I mean, you know,
I love this idea because they have not yet gone to the trough of Evel Knievel.
Well, if they give it an aggressive financing offer, every single millennial in the entire world will buy one.
Yes, they will.
So
Yes.
I have an alternate to that instead of the Evel Knievel Foundation, because there's another very famous person that boomers are fucking masturbate over every 5 minutes.
Justin Bieber.
That's just as much as Evel Knievel. Why don't they? And Triumph did it too. The Elvis edition,
Right.
because the Elvis people are just as money hungry as
Oh,
the
of course
Evel
they are.
Knievel people.
yeah, but are the Elvis people getting to the point of being too old to ride motorcycles?
Yes.
Well, so are the Evel Knievel people.
Exactly.
Because Chris, that's way before your. I mean, right? And everything. That's like
Now-
30
No,
years
no,
ago.
Fat
That's-
Elvis
yeah,
was up to
yeah.
75.
That's kind of the draw of Evel Knievel, though, is you don't necessarily know who Evel need to know.
Nobody
who
knows
he
who the fuck
is.
Steve
But I don't-
McQueen is,
but I
but they
don't-
bought the shit out of that Triumph.
Yeah, but I mean,
All
how
right.
many young people are like, oh, dude, hell yeah, Elvis, I'm gonna go spend 25 grand on this fucking limited edition bike. Like,
Well,
I don't
all right,
see it.
Well, we know one of them sold at the Triumph unveiling because we know the guy that bought it.
Who?
Kurt bought the Elvis bike
Oh,
at the unveiling.
oh, well, how old is Kurt?
Kurt's wife. He bought it for his wife. She collects everything Elvis. It's a $30,000 motorcycle.
Yeah.
And how old is his wife, Fish?
56-ish, 70-ish?
Yeah, so it's not.
somewhere
It's,
in there.
Oh,
56, 70?
I don't fucking know, man.
I'm saying it's. She's not a millennial.
I'm not an
She's
ageist.
Not a young kid.
But that's the
Fine.
idea. Is like they were going after the Elvis edition was going after people who had fat wallets because like if you listen to Elvis, you probably have money, right? You probably have somebody else's money.
That's why it wasn't
right.
$6,000.
Exactly. So now let's go back to my concept
the
because
Nirvana edition?
y'all don't know what just happened because nobody said it, so clearly nobody knows. In the spirit of Evel Knievel, those words were actually said. A world record was set. Throw it up on the screen. By a young gentleman wearing Evel Knievel leathers, riding a Harley Davidson at Sturgis, cleared 205 goddamn feet, which is a record, a world's record.
So many leathery titties.
Dude,
That happened. And
No,
that
but
happened
that's
just a
cool.
few days ago.
Yeah.
So that happened just a few days ago. Is he dressed like Harley Davidson? Well, he's dark Brandon. I mean, he's dark Make America Great Again dark. He is the Venom version of Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
So he is Venom Harley Davidson. Is he riding a Harley Davidson? Yes. Is he emulating Evel Knievel? He brought the guy's name up in his speech 15 times. Did he just jump something for no apparent reason? Sure did.
I'm not mad at this.
I'm not mad at this.
no,
no,
So, never
Were there-
to miss a
was there
marketing
fire?
opportunity. No. There, you pull this up.
Oh,
So,
no fire?
ramp to ramp,
Well, that's sad.
205 feet in a remarkably small parking lot because of the short run up and the short run down. He had to start in the grass, as he says.
Is that the buffalo chip or what is
Yes, it is.
okay.
Good,
Was
good
there
eyes.
was there anything between the ramps?
There was not.
Okay, so he didn't jump anything.
No, he didn't jump 16 buses.
Look at all those cell phones. People just living in the moment.
They are living in the moment. Yep. But this is my point. We have Harley Davidson. We have Sturgis. We have Evel Knievel. We have a millennial jumping things.
This is cool.
This is cool. This is fucking
That's
cool.
a really good direction for Sturgis.
It
Like,
really
this kind
is.
of shit is cool again.
Yeah, and it's a Harley Davidson flying through the air.
Yeah, right.
Which means they can now use this to market their Sprint 600 Scrambler or their Sprint
I
400
cannot
Scrambler.
wait for these YouTube videos of assholes jumping 650s.
I'm dying waiting for it.
I'm down.
That's a good
Bring
point.
it.
Are they going to come out with a package that you can modify your motorcycle to jump extended distance.
Like that one guy in the
Why not?
Sportster with the fucking makeshift plywood ramp that just fucking sends it.
We're all
and,
just
like,
one
lands on his
JADO away.
pelvis. Yeah.
Yep. We're all just one JADO away
Like
from
that
true
shit, I'm like,
heroism.
all right,
No,
dude,
but-
you committed.
Like seriously, like I know that there's marketing behind
Yeah.
it. I'm not oblivious to that. That's what I do for a living.
Right.
But if it's marketing like that steers a kind of a whole thing that's been happening in a long time in a better direction,
Yes.
then that's pretty cool.
It's
Because think about
fantastic.
it. If they don't do stuff like this, what 20-year-old, except I mean, obviously there's always a lid for a pot, but I'm saying like generally,
Throw it up.
Who wants to go see a bunch of old dudes getting drunk and throwing up on each other? You know.
That's what
Throw it up on the
Sturgis
screen.
literally has been for 40 years. Why
Yeah.
would you change a proven
What is
thing?
that? That's it.
That's the kid.
Fat Elvis?
That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. No. That's a Pollock who will punch you the fuck out. Because he did that a lot. Right.
He was
Yeah.
not known to be
What,
the
Elvis or this
nicest
kid?
guy.
No, Evel Knievel.
Oh,
He was a Polish gentleman
I
who
didn't
was
think Elvis was Polish.
who didn't.
I thought it was from Alabama.
What the hell?
Evel
All right, cut
Knievel-
him off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Evel Knievel historically did not suffer fools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was one of those guys. If he didn't like your question, and he asked you to not ask that question, you kept asking that question. He was known to throw hands, and he had to pay some settlement money because of that. He was one of the first guys that said, "I'm not a role model. I'm just a guy who jumps over stuff and breaks my bones." That's crazy kooky. That this is already up there saying new evil.
Yeah.
Right. New Coke. Yeah, he's on a Harley Davidson. He's at Sturgis. Yeah, if Harley Davidson doesn't use this to market their new Chinese motorcycles, they'd be kind of foolish. Unless they come out with a Sportster-y kind of thing, like their $9.99 Nightster, in a Evel Knievel livery, with some, scramblification.
Well,
kind
how
of
many
thing.
colors did the Sportster come in by the time it was done?
I don't know. All of them.
Yeah.
Right. All of them. Yeah, all of them.
How many World War II themes did they have?
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Yeah, they did.
So-
So I really think that this is kind of a fun thing, and it's kind of cool to see people jumping shit on motorcycles again.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny to see people, because Robbie Knievel never tried it on a Harley. He used fucking modern dirt bikes the way you're supposed to. This kid's going out there on a straight up sporty. Now, heavily modified sporty nonetheless, but that ain't a lightweight motor. That ain't the kind of bike I want to be like just going to fly through the air on a motorcycle that weighs twice of what it should.
I'll tell you what. Look at his trajectory there too. I mean, he's flat right through the.
Oh,
middle
it's
of it.
science.
It's-
Yeah. Yeah.
And look at him correct with the throttle. He brought the front
Yeah.
end up toward
He
the
definitely
end there.
did.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
look, in the middle, his
Yeah.
nose is heading down.
Yeah.
And he's got 17 bikes there.
He did. He somehow managed to jump at least 23 bikes.
They
in
all
that
just
shot.
followed the guy in front of him.
They did. Once the first guy makes it, you know you're going to make it.
Well, that was
Yeah.
the world record. You missed the first one. It was just him. That was with all of them doing all 17.
Well, that was right. That
Yeah.
was the Sturgis record.
Yeah.
Because you just have to follow the guy in front of you.
The greatest feat was all 17 of the Harleys made it.
Right. Right.
And the weirdest part was the first guy was the only guy that was paid. Everybody else was just like, shit, follow him.
Well, they said this is Sturgis. Yeah. Because this guy didn't sell any bikes for Harley. And we like this guy. We think he's awesome. But if
No.
you've seen that video,
Yeah.
he didn't sell any bikes for Harley.
Or rim.
I think he misjudged the distance.
I think he does not own a calculator.
There was
I'll
no
say-
math. There was no maths involved.
yeah,
in
no
this.
maths were harmed.
There were huge balls involved in that.
Are
though.
you
That
silly?
motherfucker.
I'm
whew.
just gonna
Right.
send it.
Yeah,
He was doing a
exactly.
commercial for Orthopedic Associates.
Yes,
Yes.
he was.
Yeah, with AC Slater's Ford Bronco in the background. That's not OJ. That's not OJ parked in his driveway. Not at all. No, that's not OJ parked in his driveway. Yeah. That was that particular image. And I love how they built that landing ramp with everything they had in the garage, including a safety cone. Like the structural integrity of one safety
is-
cone is going to make so much
Dude, he
difference.
probably would have been worse off if he would have hit the landing ramp.
That is a 600-pound
Yeah.
motorcycle
Do you know how many splinters you would have had
coming
to
down
remove
out of the air
out of your
onto
broken pelvis?
Hey, I tell you who gets kudos in this whole operation is the photographer.
You had one job. One job.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it, man.
You had one job.
The photographer nailed it.
All right, do me a favor and dial 911, but wait to hit
Yeah,
send.
thumb on the send button. Everybody watching this has got a camera and nobody's got a first aid
Nope.
kit. That is bad planning.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's my complaint about all these videos you see online of
Yeah.
like bikes crashing.
Yeah.
Listen, if you see a motorcycle crash, listen to my words importantly.
Put down your camera.
When the thing hits the ground, don't stop filming what happens. Every time the dude hits it, then the camera goes and like films the dude behind him. It's like, what are you doing, man?
You want the
No, you're in for a penny, you're in for the pound.
Like, yeah.
You see the point of impact.
Hold
you
it.
are now documenting the event. Your job is
You
to
can
keep
save
documenting.
other people from doing what your dumb
Right.
friend has just done.
I was delivered a
Yes.
horrible video today by the algorithm of a guy and his lady friend on the back of the bike, on the back of a full dresser Harley,
Okay.
and he crosses the center line. He's in the middle of a turn on the double yellow and wicks it.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, the rear end, of course,
greasy.
fishtails out, fishtail, 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 fishtail.
Right.
And this is all from the dash camera of the car behind.
Okay.
And of course, it dumps in the middle of the street. And somehow they both end up wrapped around each other on the side of the road, hugging and waiting for the ambulance. And it captures every tiny bit of this action of the Reinhardts scraping the ground and the whole split and everything else, and the bike flipping down 100 yards, and then both by the side of the road. And because they're both wearing like shorts and cut off shirts, because of course that's the best gear you can buy.
Right.
And waiting for the ambulance.
Yeah.
And that was the best, most recorded accident I could possibly view.
Yeah.
Because it was everything.
Yeah.
You did everything fucking wrong,
That's true.
and now we get to see your idiocy.
That's true. Yeah. It's those things, and I used to go down to the Dragon more frequently, and it just got to the point where it was like, okay, there's Killboy, and now there's Son of Killboy,
Yeah.
and now there's like Revenge Boy,
They've got
and
a
now there's
shop now.
Oh yeah, they do.
It's like a whole fucking shop.
It's
with
a whole
shirts and
different
bullshit.
world. And the point where it became like, okay, there's 14 curves. I'm going around the 14 curves. Oh, also
Right.
people who film everything need to turn their phone sideways.
Landscape mode.
Right.
Fuck yeah, dude. Landscape mode. Right.
And yell World Star.
If you're in an event where somebody might get hurt, hold your phone sideways.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Do us a favor.
Yeah, do us all a favor because we're more likely to catch the carnage
and
in
don't
that wide
do
format.
don't do big zooms.
Don't
Hold
do
it
big
out.
zooms.
No, no.
Leave it at 4K. That's
Yeah.
a pretty fucking solid video.
Right.
We can punch in
We
if
can
something
punch-
happens.
And he's a
I
professional.
don't want you fucking.
We can
hitting
edit
me
it
later,
later.
right?
He is a
Like that.
professional.
Stop
Yeah.
with that shit.
Oh,
Just
well-
hold it, get it centered in the thing, keep it there, and just fucking
One
hold
of
it in
my-
center, man.
One of my favorite crash videos was when Nick set up the Metro Parks cam. And he set up the animal cam. Like, I wonder what's going to cross this river next. Turns out it's a 74 Vespa Rally. Fully perfectly restored. Looking beautiful. I believe the term is fording. And yeah, he forded a little tiny river at full chat. And the noises it made were
The
spectacular.
sound of sheet metal scraping against grooved concrete is horrifying.
But the camera didn't flinch.
No, it didn't.
And you were in the shot.
That was the best camera operator. It was just wedged against a rock or something, but
It caught the
Perfectly
scene
framed.
perfectly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that was true. Like, it was just that true trail camera. Like, oh, look, it's a beautiful little river. It's one of those things that doesn't exist much for the Johnny Mac Coffee and
Mac-
Energy Drink
yeah,
Fund.
Mac
Moto
kicked us-
Hop just sent $5.
Mac kicked us $5. If we need to, I can go make him a cappuccino.
Yeah. Moto Hop literally just contributed to the coffee fund. Yeah. Yeah.
We're not now. Everybody's got to understand. Mac gets up real freaking early in the morning,
Yeah.
and he works outside a lot. So it's like
Sleepy, see if he's still breathing.
Yeah, hold a mirror under his
No,
there
no.
he goes. Yeah,
No,
it's-
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Trumble. Yeah. So okay, that's all cool. Anybody wants to come and see me this weekend? I'll be at Mid Ohio for Superbike. So if anybody wants to come down and visit, I'll be there all day long. Get you a ride on a brand new Moto Guzzi. Get you a ride on a brand new Aprilia. Yeehaw! If you're watching this at home and you want to come down and help, yes, please do. Tomorrow we're starting the test rides at 10 a.m. and then we need people to lead the rides. So we need people to lead the rides on both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Workday starts at 10 a.m. ends at, I believe, 4 or 5 o'clock.
Matt keeps checking in. If you want some content for his stuff, this is
Yeah,
the
Matt,
perfect
come
time to
down,
do it.
dude. Yeah, come down. We'll get you through the gate. Yeah, come on down. That's fine. Worst case scenario, we'll make you lead a ride.
Exactly.
Don't cost nothing. Bring your helmet and gloves. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in one of the meanest retrograde transitions in the history of things,
Yeah.
the reason that we have a new Nick
Yes.
is because of Old Nick.
Old Nick.
And he left.
Correct. Right.
So if you're new to the podcast and you don't know who Old Nick is,
Correct. You're
Old
very
Nick-
new
I
to
don't
the
know who
podcast.
New
Yeah.
Nick is.
Well, that's
That's
also hilarious.
exactly. Yeah.
They've never been seen in the same room.
I know. We're a little
Shit.
questioning the
That's
situation, actually.
Well, he also tunes little two-strokes.
yeah. Yeah.
So he had the shit hot Hobbit. So he took a Honda Hobbit and basically
Turned it
you
into
know,
a GP bike.
turned it into a GP bike, right? Yeah.
It
You know,
sings at like
engage the other
17,000
thrusters.
RPM or something too.
Yeah, yeah,
It's insane.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's great, and you would totally appreciate that because he is all about the ring, ding, 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 ding.
No,
you know?
I'm proud to share a name with you, New Nick.
Yeah, right.
So what have you been doing, Mr. Nick? What has Nick been doing while you've been gone?
Not riding bikes. I live in Brooklyn now. I don't have any vehicles with me, so not a whole lot of wrenching goes on, and not a whole lot of riding goes on until I go to band camp, and then things get a little bit crazy.
But I've heard that Brooklyn is one of those places where if you have a 49cc scooter that has no license plate on it, you're just going to blend right in.
yeah, absolutely. There's
Right.
tons and tons of like the Chinese UFO scooters
Yeah,
or whatever.
Fling Poos and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
and a bunch of pseudo legal e-bikes and stuff like that. A surprising amount of Triumphs. I've seen a few Moto Guzzis. But yeah, there's definitely a motorcycle culture in Brooklyn.
Yeah, there for real is, and it's just from what I'm watching, there seems to be a problem. Law enforcement's having a big problem there with the scooters because, well, they're everywhere.
One of my
They're not plated, and you can't catch them.
One of my former coworkers actually has his shop in Brooklyn, Moto Borgato. So, which is really funny because he's usually Guzzi, Ducati, that kind of stuff. So, little Pete.
Yeah, I haven't made any contact with any shops in the area yet. I know there's a garage bay that occasionally opens their door and they park a couple scooters outside. So
Oh, really?
one of these days I'm gonna have to run into them. But yeah,
That's very
Is
cool.
he? I think he's still there.
I have a couple of observations.
Go right ahead.
So, old Nick moved to New York. New Nick just moved from New York.
Yes, that's true.
Interesting.
They bury striking physical resemblance.
They do?
also.
interesting.
I think this is like a
This is a
time
interesting.
warp thing here, like a space-time continuum or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That absolutely is.
Actually,
Like,
Nick's kind of looking like he might be Steve Jobs from like 1979.
he does. He's definitely
Kind of dig it. He
I-
looks like he's about to like surf and take over some shit.
yeah. There's a band called Mephistopheles, and the guitar player in that band is a Lambretta motor scooter enthusiast, right? So he's got a shop and he works on bikes and does all kinds of cool stuff. And that's one of those things where the 6 degrees of separation in the scooter community is definitely 1 degree of separation for a lot of that stuff. So it's really cool when you're like, oh crap, I didn't even know I was living in the same borough as these guys. And yeah, they just exist. They're just there. There's a shop. There's a shop that builds Lambrettas.
Oh yeah.
Not far from where you live.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Been there for 49 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the funny thing about Brooklyn is you find out that you live within a couple blocks of the lead singer of They Might Be Giants,
Yes.
or Patrick Stewart owns a house 3 blocks away from you, or something like that.
Yes, that's exactly right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I just think that entire thing is just freaking hilarious. That you've got Scooter Bottega and you've got Brooklyn Bretta and you've got these things that are just like, how the hell does that even exist there? You know, I just don't even imagine that a good Lambretta would have a life cycle in Brooklyn. I just think 2 things would happen. Well, the roads would kill it, and it would be all stolen.
Yeah, how ratty
Like-
is everything? Are vehicles just
pretty ratty.
fucking
Yeah,
bald?
basically scooters that exist out on the street, like they don't have a garage that they go into, they get pretty beat up. Which is one of the things I've been kind of debating whether or not I should find like a genuine buddy or something to play with.
Yeah.
But I just know I would want to keep it kind of nice.
Yes, you
and
would.
It
Yeah.
would just get destroyed.
No, it would be absolutely. You'd have to have a sacrificial bike,
I
right?
just say start with a shitty one.
Right.
I mean, that's the whole thing about dispatch bikes is they're just painted flat black because
Sure.
they're going to be shitty anyway.
Yeah, that's absolutely true too. There's that is going to happen. Just sacrifice one.
Dude, you're smart. Just 3D print like a skin that looks like it's all zip tied and
Makes it
fucked
look
up.
really
Nice. And then you
yeah.
just like magnet on there when
Well,
you
that
fucking
was
go riding.
that's always the thing about bicycles in populated towns is you'd literally get one and spray bomb the fuck out of it, so crackheads don't steal it.
Make it
With
look
bicycles right now, a lot of people are taking like this rubber strip material and just wrapping the entire frame.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
I think it both disguises like the manufacturer of the
Right.
bicycle if it's a nice bike or something like that, but also it protects it from
Right.
dings and dents and stuff.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And camouflaging anything
Yeah, for
is a
sure.
good idea when you're in an environment where everybody wants to take your shit all the time.
But I remember when I used to hang out with like the messenger dudes, like when I was doing cyclocross, like they couldn't even have nice bikes in Cleveland because they'd get jacked.
Right.
I can't imagine like anybody in New York having like a good like you have to either be like a badass or like you're getting your shit.
Well, you see quite a few like Bianchi pistas and fixies and stuff
Yeah.
like that around. I don't know how long they stay nice, but yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's like if there was a way that we could have a little overlay for your tire to make your tire look like it was always flat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so when your bike's parked, it just looks like you got flat tires.
Also, like the Uyghur white wall of flat
yeah,
tires.
like a Wego white wall, but it makes the fucking tire look like it's flat as a pancake. And people are gonna be like, "No, not gonna take that." Nobody has ever stolen a bike with two flat tires.
So this is funny. Checking in from the chat.
Yeah.
Piper's on Johnny's account. Checking in.
It just says daughter. Oh, that's freaking awesome.
She outed herself.
I
She
love
could have
that.
had some really.
She definitely outed herself.
I know. She
Yeah.
could have done tech questions.
Oh,
so
man.
much stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
what you want to do is get the largest drill bit and just shove it into the main jet.
Right.
Fucking start.
That's what you're doing from now
Hog
on.
that bastard out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is it. Just hog it out. We don't need to worry about the size of the jets. Just put a bigger drill bit. Quarter will get you there.
If you mess it up, just get some JB Weld.
Quarter 20 will be fine. It'll be great. I don't see any reason not to do
Oh
it.
man.
Oh,
Here,
that's
I've
brilliant.
got a quick funny story about Brooklyn. Is one morning I was walking to buy some bagels, as you do in Brooklyn, and I was walking behind this guy, it was kind of scary looking guy who had a leather vest on with a bunch of patches and stuff, and I was getting a little bit closer, trying to make out what some of them said, and I noticed Moped Army, Swarm and Destroy.
Nice.
Hey, for Lizzie and Lizzie out
so
there,
cool.
fuck the swoops.
Oh my God. what is Nick in? New Nick.
They're in,
Oh,
they're in
you
shapes.
just happened to bring that up. He
They're in
just
shapes.
happened to bring
Yeah,
up
I mean,
Moped Army.
they're moped people. Yeah, that's
but just what we're saying. Like everything is forming. This is
That's
the
my
same
point.
fucking
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And then Nick noticed he was looking at himself in a plate glass window.
Right.
This is a fucking black mirror episode.
Yeah, that is a Black Mirror episode
Yeah.
for sure. I totally agree. All right. Well, that seems like a pretty decent podcast to me. I feel like we don't owe him anything. Pretty
I got
solid.
a nice little nap in there.
Yeah,
That's
you-
true.
you're
Yeah,
fresh,
he got a couple.
refreshed.
And your
John,
daughter,
you were ghost texting.
yeah, your daughter
ghost
checked in
texting.
for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were texting.
Piper checked in.
She checked in. She was handling your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
You,
answered
you
so,
might owe some people money.
so many
Right.
tech questions.
Yeah, that's true.
So, hey Smith, where's your joke?
Got a joke?
Squatoosh.
Jokes?
Hey, but you
Oh my
brought,
God.
but he did bring the meat this evening.
He did bring the meat. I've never
Christian-
had pickled bologna.
What did you do?
Did he fart?
Oh no!
Did he release a bio? What the hell is? What are you doing?
There's something wrong with you, dude. We need to talk.
He ate all that pickled bologna, man. I'm telling you, that pickled bologna is really good, but I don't know.
How would we rate that pickle bologna on a scale of 9 to 10?
Yeah, it was really good. Don't get me wrong. I could eat way too much of it.
Post-digested. I think it's a little musky. Maybe a little
Musky.
earthy.
Well, I
a
mean,
little-
craft services brought it out on a tray of cheese.
Yeah, it was
and-
really the presentation was better than it was when it was in the plastic jar.
Yeah, it looked like something out of Alien.
When you bring something in a plastic
looked
jar
like a
like that,
specimen.
it can only be mayonnaise or peanut butter.
Right.
Right? The only thing that comes in that jar is industrial mayonnaise and industrial peanut butter.
fucking
And the
specimen.
fact that it was clear plastic and you could look inside and it was like a horse cock just floating around in the vinegar.
How excited you were.
It was crazy. And I was like, I expected it to be like one bologna. I
Right.
expected it to be like a spam.
Right, just a giant
like
hunk
be
of
a
meat.
big bologna
Right.
the size of the jar.
No.
No, I didn't expect
It was
it
a
was going to be
coiled up
literally
horse cock
a
in
disembodied
vinegar.
donkey dick swimming in some vinegar and like one clove leaf and like one bay leaf and one red pepper leaf
Right.
for seasoning.
Right.
No, it's crazy.
Was it spicy at all?
No, it's just pickly.
Pickled.
It's just pickly.
So it was not a spicy
Pickly.
horsecock.
No, it wasn't a spicy horsecock. But the point is, this is a food product that exists. It
Right.
fills a very small niche. And like, you think, okay, pickled eggs. They're in a giant jar on the bar, and you dip in and you get one. I want to go to the bar that has the giant jar and has 9 or 10 of these bastards swimming around in it.
You got to go to Michigan for
like
that.
fucking
Apparently.
eels.
What the hell's going on in Michigan that they got pickled horsecock?
Dude, these are like flesh eels. They're big. They're just the right color. And they're just girthy to be like, okay, well, I guess that's where we're going.
I have never been so happy to be a non-meat eater, and I sound like the manliest guy in this whole fucking group right now.
Well, I didn't even think
It
about
was
it.
too big to wrap my mouth around.
You know what the worst part about this is? Sean's not here to talk about
I
it.
know. We're wasting all this
Oh
content.
no, but the problem is Becky went in and sliced it
Oh,
the
yeah.
way you're supposed to, like
Yeah, yeah.
make little coins out of it, right? But both of mine had vas
She's
deferens
just
in it.
practicing. She's just
So like
practicing for Tom.
the point is
I
like
love a joke.
John was
You
like
were circumcising yours.
no, John was like, "Oh, you're lucky. You got the urethra."
And someone said, "Is it supposed to be green?"
I said the skin on it. I'm not sure I should eat the skin.
I'm not sure to
And I
eat
was
the
like,
skin.
"Well, is it the foreskin?" Because it was just it's such a weird thing to see it.
But we all went back for like seconds and thirds too.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm honestly surprised that somebody didn't just pull it out of the jar and chase us around with it. Because that's the one thing that didn't happen. The one
Where's
thing
the
that with
button?
this crew, people,
Oh, yeah.
should have happened.
The bread and butter baloney.
Oh, my God. What are you doing, Sleepy?
I was looking for the button
The button.
to stop this talk.
All right.
He is- he is done.
Play us out of here, Meckle Fresh. Ride fast and take chances.
And on that note, bum 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 bum
Eject, hit the red button, Sleepy. Get us out of here.